1025 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Carmen, how are you doing?
You just said October 30th?
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow's Halloween.
Yeah. That's the first thing I thought of. Oh, my God. I'm not prepared.
Well, it's not Christmas. It's not like you have to go out and buy everybody gifts tonight.
I know. But still, it's just like, usually I like Halloween and just a little dress up. I don't go overboard or anything like that. Nothing crazy, but.
We noticed you haven't been going overboard at all, dressing up.
Yeah.
You're all about you and my wife are all about workout clothes all the time.
Yeah, be comfortable. Listen, guy who says I had to wear a suit to school, so
I'm
I'll
100% on your side. I'm not fighting with you. I'm saying I noticed.
Very defensive.
I noticed your movement. I noticed your movement to be free and comfortable. I'm right behind it.
Felt a little bit like you said she was giving up.
I know, but I realized that
100% is what he was going with.
As I was saying it, I realized I already gave up, and I don't want to. I knew she was going to throw it back in my face.
I do see that you're a Yankees fan.
No.
Bandwagon.
Listen, I don't pick up my clothes the night before, and this morning I went to grab a shirt, and I went, "Oh, this is appropriate." And I put it on today.
Yeah, it is.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Even with last night's emotional game, I couldn't give a flying F. Yeah.
I'm surprised you're not buying a Volpe shirt.
No. You know how many times I've turned down chance to go to the game? Too?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not worth going up to New York for me and all that stuff. Although I have to tell you, any game you go to where there's a grand slam hit and it's a comeback, it is an exciting game. You know what I mean?
It was exciting. Yeah. It was exciting for me because I bet the under 9.5, and I was like, oh God, no.
What was the final?
The final was like 11 something or whatever. Yeah, to 11-6, I think it was. I don't know, somewhere around there. Yeah, but it was crazy. Good game though. Very interesting.
Freddie Freeman, the new Mr. October.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it is unbelievable.
He's the Kyle Schwarber of the World Series.
Yeah, totally.
Your mic's not on.
Oh, man.
Sorry,
Did you see the fat loser that tried to take the ball out of the guy's hand on the home run?
So I made a derogatory statement about that guy, but then I think maybe it's true.
You might be a little mental.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he was two of them.
Yeah.
Did you see it or no?
Yeah, Barstool put out a press release that the Yankees have signed that guy. He's been the most qualified
he was
outfielder.
like fighting and trying to grab it out of the
The
glove.
one guy grabbed Mookie Betts' hands, and the other guy was trying to get it out of his glove.
Welcome to the Bronx.
Yeah, that's wild. I said last night, maybe this is too much. I said they should take him to the pitcher's mound and shoot him in the face. Like that
a little
would
much,
be,
yeah.
But at least kick them out. Like, that's crazy.
It wasn't even like a quick grab, like in the moment. It was like one guy's holding the glove, the other guy's trying to dig the ball out of his hand.
Yeah. I mean, look, you're doing what you can to save it for your team. You know what I mean?
No, you're not on the team.
I know, but that's the mentality of those people.
That's insane. That's an insane mentality.
Plus, I wonder, there's no value on that ball like there would be on a McGuire home run ball or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that was maybe the craziest thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Well, listen.
What's the end game? You get it out, and the umps go, yeah. Well, I mean, he got it out of the glove, so it's not an out.
My friend, a couple of my friends were there, but my friend John was there, and he had the good shot of the Volpe home run from the other end.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Now that Joe has, look at that guy, right, Joe? Yeah. Look at that guy. I mean, he looks like he's just. I got a ball.
So, Carmen, I'm sorry we distracted you. You're back to saying that you were gonna dress up from now on. No, what were you saying about Halloween?
No, I just can't believe Halloween is here. Like October flew by.
Oh yeah.
Like with the hurricanes and stuff and everything happening. Like I can't believe we're in October already.
So
we're done. We're done with October.
I had a little incident yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy who did my theater convinced me to get permanent outdoor lighting.
Right.
It looks great, by the way.
Yeah. When I pulled up, I was like, wow. It's already Halloween.
He said permanent outdoor lighting, and it's this much money. And I was like, there's no way my wife's going to approve that expenditure. And he hit me back the next day. He said, listen, the guy who's the manufacturer in Orlando is a huge fan. He's willing to knock down this money and do it at cost just to get it, just put it up. And I was like, all right, let me run it past the CFO again.
That's where you went wrong.
What? Why?
You went with, I know a guy.
Well, but the thing was, it was already set up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, let me ask. So I asked him, and she goes, all right. And I went, really? And she goes, yeah, because we can use it for Halloween, and then we have it. That we spend $1,000 at Christmas time to put lights up. It'll save us the money on Christmas and for the year. I was like, yes, now we're talking.
There's a couple neighbors in my neighborhood that have that. Yeah. And like at St. Patrick's Day, the house is green, and then it's like
lightning, blue and white,
red, white, and blue at 4th of July and
Buccaneer
stuff.
Sunday red.
Yeah.
I was very excited, and he said, yeah, okay, you have to pay. I said I have to pay half up front. He said you have to pay 3/4 of it up front. I said, oh, Jesus, all right. Mm-hmm. So I paid several $1,000s up front. And then I said, when will we have it done? And he said they should be here. They'll be here mid-September. And I said, okay. And then mid-September rolled around, and I go, how we looking? He goes, good, it should be here. And I said, well, look, we need to get them up before Halloween. He goes, oh, they'll be up before Halloween. I said, okay, cool. In the meantime, he stiffed me like 3 times coming to do my theater. I should have known at that point we were going to have problems. Then it was, I got a text, they'll hear, I'll be there the 24th and 25th or the 28th and 29th, depending on, because of the hurricane. The hurricane set him back. And I'm like, okay, I have, as much as I wanted to have it before the 28th and 29th, I figured I have to be understanding. Remember when I wasn't understanding about COVID and I yelled at the guys from Three Brothers Pizza, and now look at us, we're friends. So nobody's like, oh yeah, you're right. Everybody's like, So 28th rolls around, and he's like, my son's sick, and I went, all right. 29th rolls around, it's like, now I'm sick, and I go, you know what? It's Halloween. We don't have them by Halloween. That was what my wife wanted.
Yeah, I mean, just you're already losing money.
So now I have to cancel it, and I said either return them, and I actually was ready to call American Express and be like, dispute, and but he was like, no, I'll send them back, get a refund, and give you the money. So now I have no lights, Carmen, and no decoration.
What?
I'm just like you. My wife's like, we don't even have a spider web or anything to put out now. I go, I know. I trusted other people. That was the problem. Never trust anyone else.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway for the day. Don't trust anyone.
No, don't say that. I think I like to look at a situation like this, like you had good intentions, he had good intentions, but it just wasn't meant to be, so it just didn't work out.
He is a bad business person.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Some people are bad at business.
But here's the thing, is you got duped because he already was bad with the theater.
He's not bad at the work. He's bad at being consistent with showing up and doing it. And then my other buddy Dan, who I turned him on to, he's like, I'm not using that guy anymore. I go, why? He goes, because he doesn't show up. He blows me off. And I go, well, I took a quiz in college, and you might have taken this, Carmen. It's what kind of manager you would be. And they ask a bunch of questions, and then they tell you what kind of manager you would be. What kind of manager do you think I was? Effective, non-effective?
Non-effective at all. Like the worst possible scenario.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Does not exceed expectations.
Yeah. Because, it was things like Mary has 3 kids, and Mary's kid got sick, and she wants to take off on Tuesday, but she's already taken off all her personal days. What do you do to Mary? I go, I let her take off another day.
Yeah.
Get her sick. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Yeah.
You're not the worst.
I'm the worst.
You're a human.
No.
But in a managerial position, you have to put away those emotions.
You're not cut out for that type of work.
I believe that's where the phrase "it's business" comes from.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I'm not good at that. Also, I come from a single mother who was taking care of 2 kids, working 2 jobs. So it's hard for me to look at that situation and not project that upon other people.
And also on the other side of that coin is you will snap and lose your mind on somebody who makes a minor mistake. You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever done that.
You put the mail in the...
You want to call Three Brothers Pizza? Or?
But they didn't work for me.
The worst. They were at the time working for you. Yeah. They were supposed to be delivering your
providing
pizza.
you a service.
Yeah. If you got a salad and there was cannoli cream on it, I think you'd be upset too.
Would you put cannoli cream on everything? What are you talking about?
That sounds like a miracle.
Yeah, I don't think you know how things work.
I've actually said the phrase, "Thank God there's cannoli cream on my salad."
Yeah, looking back on it, I think I was a little bit edgy at the time. Yeah. We'd all been living in our houses.
There's a pandemic. Tensions were high.
Yeah. Pizzas were low.
What do you think of, Gio, when you're laying in bed at night trying to fall asleep? Well, you probably think of all bad things.
I think I wonder if I'm going to wake up in the morning. Will I die in my sleep?
Oh my god!
Do you really?
Should my heart be racing this much?
All the time. Every night almost.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I think of, okay, did I do everything I was supposed to do today?
Oh, brother.
Wow, you really got stress.
I 100% admit that.
You know what?
I'm working on it, though.
It's funny because when you asked Gio that, I thought in my head of what I think of. Do you know what I think of?
No, I was going to ask you next.
I'm so comfortable. This is
I did everything I was supposed to do today.
Literally what I think. I kick my feet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is so comfortable.
Did Jenny go to bed the same time as you? Or no?
Yeah. Sometimes before, sometimes. So she used to go to bed after me. And she was like, I can't sleep. And, blah, blah. And I go, yeah, because you're staying up and watching TV that you don't want to watch, watching videos on your phone that you don't need to see. I go to bed at a normal time and let's go to bed, whatever. And now she goes to bed at a normal time and it's much easier.
My wife guilted me into staying up later last night. I said, I'm going to wake you up in the morning when I get up.
How late?
Well, like 9 o'clock, but still.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you bring this up because, Joe, what time do you go to bed?
9:30, 9:45.
9:30, 9:45. Yeah, because you have to get up early. And everybody knows that we have to get up early.
I assume Joe doesn't know the time. He just says at sundown.
when the crows fly.
His internal clock.
Yeah, there's no actual time.
No, everyone we know knows we have to get up early.
Right.
And Amanda knows you get up early. Knows we work together. She wouldn't say call me at 10:30.
No. Joe, you call Galvin at 10:30?
Sugar Pants called me at 10:30.
Oh my God!
Do you know that?
No, I did not know.
Wow.
Do you know that?
No.
10:30. Sugar Pants.
If I looked at my phone,
She has your number?
Yeah, if I look at my phone and it's Sugar Pants, I go, hello.
Yeah, so
I thought for sure at 10:30 for Sugar Pants, she's gonna say Joe is dead.
this is. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I just kicked it to voicemail.
He's not breathing.
Yeah.
What do I do?
No, Joe's birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
And, it came to the point where I said, all right, I guess I'm planning a birthday party for Joe.
Thank you, Gavin.
I got a hold of Joe and I got a hold of Sugar Pants because obviously she's going to be involved in that. So I text her and this and that. But yeah, she called me at 10:30 last night.
Oh my!
10:30 call. Party canceled.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh.
Or she had some ideas or something. She was excited.
Okay.
I don't want Joe to
Have some daytime ideas.
Yeah, what could that possibly be?
I don't know, but listen. One, I was up because I was watching the World Series.
But I text you at 9 and I was concerned with that.
Yeah.
I held up my phone to my wife and I go, I mean, what? and I just kicked in the voicemail. I was like, come on.
Did she leave a voicemail?
No voicemail.
Yeah.
No voicemail.
At least it didn't start with, hey, boss, I know you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I will talk to her. I will definitely have a conversation with her about that.
Yeah, just,
I'm sorry.
You got to shut that down, Joe.
Of course.
Where were you at, Joe?
I was sleeping.
He's got a morning show to get to in the 6 a.m.
That's right. She understood that. That's so. Maybe she just wanted to leave your message.
Yeah, it's still.
Did she leave you a
didn't.
message?
She should text you then.
She should wait until the next day.
Yeah. Even a text is borderline.
Yeah.
Or was it an accident?
Maybe it was an accident, but I doubt it. But who knows? I don't know.
Could have been.
But
Yeah,
She
when
didn't
you're
even-
when you're sleeping, it's a different story. Joey drove to Tallahassee last night, and I go, just text me when you get there. And he was like, all right. Then he texts me at like 11:30. I go, why is he texting me?
Yeah.
I'm sleeping. Come on now. So just to take it back a little, you're thinking about how comfortable you are. You're thinking about how you're going to die.
Yes.
Joe, what do you think about when you're trying to fall asleep? Who's going to pay your half rent next month?
Oh.
Yes. I'm thinking about finances and and worrying.
Dude, I used to stress out about that. I used to every night lay in bed because I owed Visa $400, and they'd call up and they'd be like, every day they would call up and calling for Visa, call us back, calling for Visa, call us. And I go, oh God, I don't know what to do. And I only had to pay the minimum payment of like $25, but I was like, I don't know what to do.
Right. I think you made me think of the most panicked I've ever been about money.
Oh, yeah.
Was the first time I did my taxes. Like went and had them done at just one of those places where there's a Statue of Liberty standing up front, and they did it and plugged it in the computer and blah blah blah, and they told me I owed $1,500,
Oh.
and I go, now, like I thought,
Like you can't
like I thought,
leave.
like they locked the door,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yeah.
And she was like, well, no, you have until this time to pay it. And I was like, oh my God, the worst.
Like, when you're young, that's a lot.
Oh, it was the worst.
Might as well
was
be 15 million.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to have to sell my kidney or something. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to tell you. No, not going to tell you.
No?
What do you think about?
Come on, tell us.
Oh, no, I'll tell you what I think about.
No, but tell us what you're going to tell me.
Yeah, come on.
It's IRS related. I'd rather not light that fire.
Right. I'll allow it.
I have been very good with the IRS ever since I was in my 20s, all the way up until
You're going to jinx it.
now. No, I'm just saying, like radio guys would get paid cash a lot, and I would declare all my cash because I just never wanted it to come back on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
saw too many adults in my life being chased by the IRS, and you don't mess with them. No, I was going to make a joke, and I don't want the IRS to go, let's see what he's joking about. Carmen, last night I laid in bed. Have you ever been to Buffalo, New York?
No.
Me either. You ever see the video of the storms in Buffalo during the winter?
Terrible.
And sometimes on their way home, the snowstorms get so bad that traffic gets shut down in the middle of the highway. They can't drive anymore, and they're stuck. And sometimes they're there for like a day or two.
They just have to stop.
The whole highway stops.
What?
And there's traffic for miles, and people are trapped in their cars because they can't get in or out. And sometimes they freeze to death because they're stuck in their car.
Yes. Okay. I have heard of this.
I laid in bed last night, a guy who lives in Florida and has never been to Buffalo, and thought about what I'd keep in my trunk if I lived in Buffalo in order to survive a blizzard on the way home from work. That is what I thought about last night. I put myself back in my Hummer, my favorite car I ever had, and I put a box in the trunk, and in that box was a sleeping bag and some dry food, some Slim Jims, some portable heaters with I don't even think I've ever been snowed in New York when I lived there, let alone Buffalo. I've never even been to Buffalo.
When I went to Colorado last spring break and drove in like a snowstorm, it was wild.
Oh, yeah.
I'd never done that before. You can't see the road, and everybody's literally going 2 miles an hour.
Oh, gee, the worst is when you go to slow down on the car, just the back end of it just goes.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
I tried to pull out of the gas station, and the whole car started spinning.
And when you do it at night in the back roads of Illinois and the snow is coming at you, you feel like you're in the Millennium Falcon.
Yep.
And the stars, it's wild.
Yeah.
You're just like, what? And you go like snowblind, and you're like, am I still on the road? I don't know what's happening.
Also, I haven't driven in the snow or the ice since 1990, and I don't know why I laid in bed last night deciding whether or not I was going to keep a pocket hand warmer in my glove compartment or not.
Being someone who grew up in Florida, it was insane. I couldn't. It was very scary.
Be prepared for that. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, tomorrow's Halloween. Are we dressing up?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm telling you right now, I hate Halloween.
I made a little stop at the Hard Rock yesterday.
You did?
Yeah. And a bunch of...
you went out of your way to go to the Hard Rock.
No, I was
on the way
On
home.
his way to Orlando.
I was like 40 miles away, and no, it's funny that you say
Sat
that though,
an hour and a half
Carmen, because
traffic.
there was a Asian lady that was sitting next to me at the table, and she was like, "Okay, I have to go." She goes, "Long drive, 3 hours to get home," and I was like, "Yeah, you're committed. You're in it to win it."
See you Thursday?
A lot of people come from all over to go there all the time.
Sure. I mean, that's the closest one, so they come and do. Whenever I lived in Destiny, I used to drive over Biloxi. That was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but you stayed there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if I'd
that's a
drive.
day trip for that lady.
Yeah.
But it could be a day trip. You know what I mean? Like if you went over early in the day and then left at 5.
Can you
or whatever.
imagine losing all that money and driving home for 3 hours?
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
But a lot of people were dressed up, and my wife and I were there.
Oh,
and
for
then,
Halloween?
Yeah, and then we went to eat, and one of the hostess was wearing a scrubs with a medical mat. All that, and I just went, doctor.
It's interesting. My wife actually mentioned going today.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Well,
said
see if you can get my money. I left some there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I noticed there were no pictures yesterday.
No pictures of empty hands. I guess I could have posted that.
Can I tell you? She mentioned, she goes, tomorrow I have one client, and after a client, maybe we can go to the Hard Rock. And I went, ooh, I don't really want to go. I like to go on the weekends.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, middle of the week.
I like to go middle of the week. 'cause
Weekends
there's
is
not
packed,
many
isn't
people.
it?
Yeah.
No, but weekend. I don't know. I feel like. I don't know.
It's more that weekend fun vibe type thing.
Yeah, like also, like who goes to the movies on a Tuesday? You go to the movies on the weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. Not that I won't do it. It
Right.
just feels awkward.
Different
I
vibe.
actually told my wife I was hungry. I go, I'm hungry. You hungry? And she goes, yeah. And I go, you want to order something? And she goes, do you want to go somewhere? I go, I guess we could. I said, you want to go up Noble Cross or you want to go this and that? And she goes, I mean, we could go to Hard Rock, and I go, yeah. I mean, we could eat there. You know, we're not going to get there and eat.
They got some good dining options.
Oh God, can you imagine if I was married to your wife?
Oh, you guys wouldn't have any money. Yeah, you wouldn't have any money at all.
We every day would be like, go to Hard Rock,
right?
Go to Hard Rock.
I will tell you this. This was a weird situation. So Hard Rock, great. Love the people over there. Everybody's super nice. A dealer made a fatal mistake, though. A guy came up. I was at the table, and the guy came up, and she goes, "Oh, you're back? You didn't learn your lesson?"
Oh.
And I went, ugh. And I just took my chips, and I went to another table. I was I was like, I don't like that attitude
No
at
negative
all.
vibes from you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if somebody comes back, go, are you back? Let's go. We're going to win this round.
Yeah.
You know, let's do something.
Positive vibes.
Yeah. Absolutely positive vibes.
My wife was out of town. I went by myself on the day, and I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
And then on the way out, I had some money in my pockets, and I went over and I got a coffee at that little coffee shop there. And they go, anything else? I go, I'll take a cookie.
Yeah.
And the girl goes, here's your coffee and here's your cookie. And I go, don't talk to me like I'm a 9-year-old. And here's your cookie. And she started laughing.
Was it a double chunk chocolate cookie?
No. I watched them on Jimmy Fallon, and I wanted to vomit afterwards. Like, I get it, and Jimmy Fallon's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's the new sensation. But it's. And then I thought maybe we should have that. And I go, I don't know.
I saw they were at the Yankees game last night, like special guests.
Oh my
It's
God!
too late for us.
Yeah,
They're not coming. Yeah, they're not coming
Good.
here.
I don't. That's a great excuse to not have them on. That they won't come on.
Yeah, you know why they won't come on? They're too busy with the TV people.
Yeah, we're small time now.
Yeah.
Don't bring this back.
Their level of fame is far surpassed this show. We had our shot. We missed.
I got to tell you, I blame you.
Me?
You.
Why?
Because you liked them.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I found them early.
Yeah.
I don't.
I didn't like them. I was
No, you
drawn.
liked them.
I was drawn in by their stupidity.
You liked him. And you like Boy Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, the Rizzler? He's great.
Is he?
I
What?
saw that, and I didn't know what it was. Literally yesterday, whenever you said what it was, I go, "Oh, that's what that thing is."
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a special needs kid at a baseball game. I really did. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And I thought they were just like, "Oh, look, he's cute," and he's like trying to
Right.
pose and do stuff.
Yeah. He's the Rizzler.
That's wild.
Give you the Riz.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, part of me is blown away by it, and the other part of me is like, good for them.
I can't
Good for
wait
them.
10 years from now. Remember the Rizzler?
Yeah.
The kid, you know?
Here's the top 10 influencers you don't see anymore.
No, but also, he's accused of murdering his entire family.
And eating them.
Yeah.
Double chunk chocolate ankle style. Yeah.
Or he'll have the #1 podcast in the world.
Right. Yeah.
It's one extreme or the other. There's no middle.
The president sat down with the Rizzler yesterday.
To solve the Ukraine.
Yeah, solve the war. Oh my God.
The Rizzler and the Hawk Tua girl.
Vladimir Putin said a double chunk chocolate cookie. That's Asian.
No?
I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
what are you
That's
I got-
quite.
Double
Whoa.
chunk chocolate cookie.
I was trying to get the Kim Jong Un, but I couldn't get the words out. I went to my daughter's softball game yesterday.
Yeah. Love it, right? It's fun.
She's good. She's going to go pro.
Oh, she did pretty good. I actually did like it. I was going to complain about it, but it really wasn't bad, even though they lost 16-1.
16-1.
Don't they have like a rule?
Sometimes it used to be 10 when my
Mercy.
son was playing
So
Little League.
the rule is every time that they score 5 runs, they switch. So if there's one out and they score 5 runs, the inning's over.
Right.
So that is the rule. It keeps the game going. But they were 2 undefeated teams. Guess which team is better?
Yeah.
Not my daughter's team. That other team had like a bunch of professional athletes on it. They were just crushing the ball into the outfield. They were killing it. No, you know how your kid gets up there to bat and you're like, oh God, please make her get a hit. Like I just felt bad for her, and she was crushing it. She did good.
Yeah, I feel like it was like they went to the 5th inning, and if it was 10 or more, that was it.
Yeah. I felt like the bugs were out and the game should be over. Once you get bit by a mosquito, they call the game.
Listen, I'm out of youth sports all week, and the mosquitoes are horrible right now because
Oh.
the hurricanes and stuff. It's brutal.
Listen, spray yourself with peppermint.
You know what, Carmen? I actually Googled that yesterday at the thing, peppermint oil.
Yeah, peppermint oil. If you get like, so what I did, I used to like peppermint oil in my bath.
Are you making your own bug spray at home?
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right.
I had peppermint oil for my bath, and I got down to the bottom, and I haven't been taking baths anymore. And I was like, I needed.
We
some,
noticed.
I needed some smell good. I still take showers.
Oh,
Jerks.
okay. Sorry.
I needed some smell good spray, just like air stuff. And I looked up, and you just do essential oil and water in a spray bottle. You shake it, and then boom, you got your own little spray.
A little bug spray.
But then come to find out that they don't like peppermint, and technically the scent, the oil that I used was peppermint. So now just oil and water, and then you shake it up, and then you put it in a spray bottle, and now you have smell good spray and bug spray.
Where do you get peppermint oil?
You can get it at like any Whole Foods.
Amazon.
Amazon. I get it at Sprouts, but all those Whole Food places, like they have like an oil section.
Yeah.
Gio said something after the show yesterday I think is worth repeating. Yesterday at 10:30 in the morning, I bought an electric shaver for my beard, like a beard trimmer.
Yeah.
And they said, this will be delivered today by 6 p.m. And Gio goes, and that's why Jeff Bezos can do no wrong to me.
Yeah. I don't care if he cancels Washington Post.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But can I tell you what else? Sticker Mule, which is a company that I use where I ordered like the Pat pins from and stuff. I had an arrival, a package I ordered. They gave me an email at October 29th at 11 a.m. UPS pre-arrival. Your driver is arriving soon. And then an hour later, your package is still arriving today. Then again, your package is delivered. Then again, we want to make sure you got your package. I'm like, UPS, you want to use it for me too? I get it. I don't need a pre-arrival. I know it's coming.
They got to, they have to go with Amazon.
Well, also,
they're trying to compete.
Not mad at them. It's just I was not used to that. That's it's interesting.
You said Sticker Mule?
Sticker Mule, yeah. Why? What do you got?
I need stickers.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well, Chad needs stickers. He wants to get some decals for the helmets. And then he's giving away Pride stickers. And I feel so bad.
Like rainbow colors?
No, no, they're just like little lightning bolts, for when they'd make a good play. But there's some kids that don't have them. So I was going to order my own. And then
come on.
Got the Team Mom sticker. Who ate the most mashed potatoes?
Yeah, they don't want the chicken nugget sticker.
Yeah.
First off, all the kids do not care. They were like, I'll take all your stickers.
Juliana gets stickers like for her helmet after the game.
Yeah.
And some kids have so many stickers they spell their name out in the back of the stickers. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Coach did give me one, but Miss Carmen gave me three chicken nugget stickers.
First off, I asked the kids, I was like, would you guys take one of my want my stickers? And they're like, yeah, we'll take all the stickers. Because they just want their helmets
like a metaphor.
covered.
You boys want my stickers?
Yeah.
No.
Shocking that the teenage boy said no.
Find out what 4 stickers mean.
She's a 3-sticker woman.
Wait, listen, I had to block somebody yesterday.
Why?
Because they wrote a very inappropriate message. They DM'd me. And I was just like, I don't know why anyone would put that into words. I guess.
What was it about? Like a fantasy about you?
No, it was because I had posted a video or something like that. And it was basically like, do you ever think of how many high schoolers or players on the team
doing things to themselves to your videos?
To me, yeah. And I was just like, but like he worded it in very graphic, and I was just like, why would you type this?
Because he has fantasies.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing.
Yeah. I was like, I'm out of this one, so I blocked him. I was like,
you get a lot of creeps though with that stuff like that.
Yeah, I get creeps that talking about me. Don't put me in a sentence with high school boys.
Yeah,
that's not appropriate.
No, you're right. I mean, people have really lost their mind lately.
Yeah, even if you're trying to be funny or something, that is just it made me uncomfortable reading it.
I told you a guy that direct messaged me and completely racist about a football player, and I was just like, I don't know this guy.
He's like, Galvin will love this.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're just gonna put that in writing.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
my favorite ever. I have 3 Facebook posts or Instagram posts about me that I've kept. One of them is the lady who said that I was super ugly or whatever and hates my show. Then one lady said, I hope your show get canceled because you don't know how many problems it causes for me and my family. My show.
Yeah.
And then another one was the guy who said, remember Galvin, I don't remember the exact wording, but I have it somewhere where he said, I'm not listening to your show anymore because you wear earrings and gay people wear earrings, I think you're gay.
That's a great comment.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that
You
guy.
wear earrings, gay people wear earrings, I think you're gay. Yay.
He solved it.
I'll take it. All right.
I'm on his side.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll play Sporkle. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Oh, there was some... I was confused yesterday. This show is currently broadcast live on YouTube. If you go to calta.tv, it should bring you right there. If not, you just go to YouTube, search the Mike Calta Show. It comes right up. If you go there and you subscribe to it, it'll let you know every time we go live. I was under the impression, Joe, that the TriCaster was broken.
Yes.
But I thought it had been that way for months. I feel like when we had this conversation that you told me that Rush was there and that Rush knew the TriCaster was broken but had no interest in fixing it. Or not interest, but no ability to fix it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's my understanding. I think.
But he's been gone for like a month, right?
Oh, he's been gone for longer than that.
So that's what I said. Yeah. And they were like, no, it's only been down for like a week. And I'm like, what? But I remember it happened months ago.
It has been working. It's been like kind of just,
sporadic.
They made it so it would work. But it needed to be replaced, but they made it so it could run.
And there's only two camera shots because all the other inputs are broken.
From there.
But
from here, we could have multiple camera shots.
Yes.
And then feed them our feed.
Right.
So I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Listen, we had it going. They ruined it. And now it's just like hanging on by a thread. Bone TV.
Oh, it's not even hanging on anymore.
Yeah. So I'm fully promoting the YouTube channel to watch the show live. That is the way to do it. Everything else is half-assed. And I don't know how they think putting Band-Aids on it and paper clips is worth anything. Go to calta.tv.
Yes.
That's it. It blows my mind. I don't know. And then I get all stressed out and I'm like, why am I stressed out if they don't care about it? What do I care?
Right.
I already fixed I've spent more money on cameras and things for video for this studio for a goddamn radio show than I ever intended to do. So
and that you don't even use.
Well, we use ours. I mean, I'm talking about our end.
Yeah, I mean,
not properly.
I think that's Joe's fault.
Yeah,
I think you've ordered 4 times what you really need.
Exactly.
My niece does a stream from her bedroom with video games and stuff.
Right, you don't use half of the stuff you
She's got a quarter of the stuff.
Don't listen to them, Joe. They won't bring you down.
I'm not
in my book.
You know who you might want to talk to is Johnny B. Have you seen Johnny B's videos?
No.
Yeah.
He does great videos. They're all cut and he's got things that pop up and everything. And yeah, he does a really good job with it.
Maybe Johnny.
I was actually going to text him the other day and go, "Hey man, are you doing those yourself? Because they really look good."
But here's the thing: everybody that looks good decided to just start doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Because doing it through them was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of wires over there, Joe.
All right.
A lot of wires. A lot of wires. A lot of old equipment.
Yeah.
A lot of,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you had that camera from 1963 CBS in here for like 28 years.
That's a good camera.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a good camera, but it's, it's antiquated. It's like, it's like trying to use a analog TV.
Yes.
It might.
TV still works.
Yeah.
That TV still shows the honeymooners.
All right.
You put a little tinfoil on the.
Joe's
Get all the
got,
channels.
I imagine Joe's got rabbit ears still on his TV at home.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Big tube TV.
Oh, jeez.
Got to get up to change a channel.
Yeah. Oh, God.
A lot of wires.
Carmen,
Yes.
what do we have to give away today?
So we have tickets for Cyndi Lauper.
Mm-hmm.
Here Come the Mummies. OAR. Pink.
Yeah.
TSO.
Yeah.
Reggae Rise Up.
Yo.
My Monster Jam.
Yo.
Thomas Rhett.
Yo.
Tailgate. He changed 5 times during that.
Yo. I would like to go to Monster Jam, but my kids have outgrown Monster Jam.
Mine too.
And I have no...
Nieces, nephew, anybody?
No.
I'll go to Monster Jam with you.
Hey, there you go.
I mean, I would go. Monster Jam drunk's probably way more fun.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to go and I'd go, all right, let's let the kids watch the trucks. And then all of a sudden I'd be laughing. I go, this is great.
Yeah.
Trucks would flip over and all that. And the kids would love it. And the next year I go, you Monster Jam? And they're like, no.
My favorite truck is El Toro Loco.
Yeah, it's got the horns on it.
Yeah.
I know. That Monster Jam cost me a lot of money the first year we went.
Yeah.
Everything was Monster Jam for the next 6 months after that. All right, let's give some of that stuff away with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. I believe I'm going for six in a row today.
That is correct.
Oh, wait a second.
You're on a streak.
What?
Nothing.
No.
All right, Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. I was wondering if I might have canceled out your rule yesterday.
No.
But then I realized it was a slim victory.
Yeah, come on.
Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today, tomorrow's Halloween.
Ooh,
You just found that out.
spooky.
Don't pretend like
Yeah.
you knew.
I did.
I don't believe you.
So today we're going to do 4-letter H words.
Okay.
Okay, Halloween, H words.
Gotcha. All right.
Really,
Long way to
Carmen,
go.
Carmen,
really stretching for the tie-in.
Carmen, how much for an H word?
Yes.
Your mother was a real H word.
I'll give you 4 stickers.
All right, 4-letter H words, pretty easy. Your first one, 50%.
Half.
Galvin. End part of a person's arm.
Heel. Damn it.
Hand.
Oh.
Mike Calta.
I was thinking, I go, Hellbow?
She was over there looking at his arm.
Elbow? What do you
I don't know why.
What a hassle you are.
Next one, firm to the touch.
Hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey. Dislike intensity. Yes, Gio.
Ooh, judge.
That was Gio.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was.
You know it wasn't.
Thank you.
You know it wasn't.
It's you good.
Old elbow over there, got it?
Warmth.
Heat.
Mike Calta. Where the devil lives.
Hell.
Mike Calta. What a barber cut.
Hair.
Mike.
Oh, this is going so fast.
Angel's instrument.
Harp.
Angel hair. No?
Angel hair, possible.
angel hair.
Galvin.
Damn it.
Untidy pile of objects.
Heap.
Galvin. Perceive sound.
Here.
Galvin. And Pap. We are halfway there.
Gio is on the board with a single point. Michael has 4, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
Oof. Hellbow.
4-letter H words. Halfway. Here we go. Possess something. Yes. Mike Calta. In this place.
Here.
Galvin. Come to the assistance of.
Help.
Mike. Keep out of sight.
Hide.
Galvin. Snake sound.
Hiss.
Yeah, Hellbow.
Yeah.
I spelled wrong.
Galvin gets the point. Hollow space dug out of the ground. Galvin.
Oh, man.
60 minutes.
Half.
Hour.
Galvin. Extremely large in size.
Huge.
Mike Calta.
Huge.
Oh, rest in peace. Huge.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill climbed
Hill.
one. Pap.
No, he didn't say anything.
What?
I'm looking for Judge.
That's Gio.
Oh.
Gio gets the point. Where bees live.
5.
Gio.
Oh, Judge.
That was Galvin.
Thank you.
Galvin gets
Oh,
the point.
that
That's
was
the
Galvin.
makeup.
No.
And Pap.
Oh, no.
We are on the last 3.
Gio on the board with 2. Michael has 7, and Galvin is your leader. He's winning with 11.
Oh.
All right. Last 3 H words. Here we go. End of the foot.
Heel.
Heel.
Horse.
The horse. Damn it.
Geo. Curved piece of metal.
Hook.
Calvin.
Yeah.
I'm learning now. I got it. I figured it out.
H words.
Yeah.
No. You gotta yell.
No.
Or you got to be right and first.
You gotta be loud.
Yeah,
You gotta be
no.
loud. If you out yell everybody, it's good.
Did you think you got Hook?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I'm figuring out every time I yell, I get it right.
And because you're anticipating it, the
Yeah.
other thing is have that ready.
Yeah,
have it
yeah.
locked and loaded.
Oh, you were already high?
Oh, I'm already.
Yeah.
My mouth is already ready to make the ha.
I got
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you gotta be like, "Hole!"
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be lax.
Yeah,
What do you
listen.
think you're going to throw out whole?
Yeah. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, you got to be sharp and curt.
Elbow.
Yeah, exactly. All right, last one.
And the last one. Pursue and kill. Wild Mike Calta.
Doesn't that be wild animals? Could be anybody.
See, but you just
It's
you
part
went
of the clue.
hunt.
Yeah.
That's not gonna get it done.
Yeah, you guys were already done, though.
Yeah.
Your final score, Gio on the board with 3, Michael with 8, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 12.
Ka-chaya! Woo! Trademark 2024.
That was good.
What?
That was a lot.
Trademark 2024.
Oh,
Same thing he says every day.
I know. It sounded like you said tripod, though. I was like,
TriCaster 2024.
yeah. I was like,
All right.
Galvin, pick a line.
I'm going to go line 5,
Line
please.
5. Good morning. Who is this?
Good morning, Mike. It's Neil.
Hi, Neil. How are you doing, sir?
Great, sir. How are y'all doing?
What do you do for a living, Neil?
I'm a contractor. Out early, ready to go to work.
Yep, you got a real man's job. I'm going to put you on hold, Neil, and Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize. Okay, buddy?
All right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. There you go. Carmen Neil on line 5, contractor. Guy's got a real man's job. He's out there doing man's work today.
Yeah, he's
Or
showing up on
woman's.
time. He's showing up.
He's
telling
showing up
people.
on time.
Yeah. I'll be there.
Yep.
I'll be there at 7:30. He's already on his way.
Joe,
Yes, Michael.
I just want you to know what good friends we are.
Okay.
Oh man.
All the information of all the things you've told me about the last 24 hours in your life.
And there's
Oh,
a lot,
come
Carmen.
on.
Carmen.
Oh, Carmen,
There's a
yeah.
lot.
this is crap.
A lot.
You can put in the group text for her.
You got to give me something.
You won't
guys.
believe this stuff.
Yeah.
I bet it's not going to shock me.
It may.
yeah.
It may.
No,
it may.
no.
It
Yeah.
shocked me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all pretty shocked.
I went, "What? Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
Someone's transitioning.
No.
Sugar
no.
pan.
No.
no.
By the way,
Sugar Mance.
did anybody see the picture of the guy for Halloween? What he's going to be? He's got his shirt off, his hat on backwards, and he has 2 little scars underneath.
Yeah, I did see that.
Underneath his chest, and he's going as a transitioning woman.
Oh, no. Who did that?
Some dude.
Just
I don't know.
random.
It was just out there, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are either going to love or hate that guy.
You can't please everybody.
No.
Carmen, it's good stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
It's in it right now.
like good or like sad
Oh,
good?
No,
just wild.
It's
Just
not
like,
what you think.
whoa.
It's not
okay.
what you think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Oh,
even
okay.
about the person you're thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe's had a
better
rough
than-
24.
Yeah.
And but this is a test of our friendship. You know how badly I want to talk about it on the air.
I know. Michael.
I know, and I won't, Joe. I
I
won't. I
appreciate
promise
it.
you I
So
won't.
yeah, Carmen, don't mention.
Yeah.
I won't.
Can we just give a hint?
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Well, first, why don't you guys do your little "Here Comes the Boom"?
Oh, you still got the
Yeah,
thing.
I still got it. Still got it.
I wasn't even trying to skirt by it. I forgot about it.
A little bit.
Are we changing it up at all, or is it that?
I mean,
is it
do
the
you
same?
remember it? Like, I figured we were going to do the one so you guys would get it right and be able to do it.
Never seems to happen.
Well, I mean, that's on you guys. Maybe we
I know
practice
that I
after
have
the show.
to say that Gio is burger guy and I am a liar.
Right.
Okay, I'm
But
good
what do
with
I
that.
say?
Well, you
Burger guy.
you're supposed to go something about you lie, and then you do something about you being a burger guy.
Right.
And lie, guy, figure it out.
Okay.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom.
You have like 4 songs playing.
Oh yeah, mixing.
Oh, not good.
Remix.
Every afternoon on your FYP.
We'll be bringing the boom.
I don't want to just hear this.
Yeah.
Oh,
What are
oh.
you?
So loud.
Jesus. I got to tell you, next time I know you guys have a rule, I'm just going to tank it.
No. I just need an inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my efforts to sing this song and rhyme it and everything have been great. I just like to hear the
think
track
that.
first.
Yeah.
You take that.
We bring the boom.
That's
Gio
what
is
we-
a crier. We bring the boom. Sometimes
Mike
I
is
am a liar. We bring the boom.
They call me burger guy.
We bring the boom.
Because Mike likes to lie.
We bring the boom.
Boom.
You guys are still not getting it.
I mean,
I got it.
That's like a C minus.
The TV right there, Gio.
Oh, burger.
McDonald's burgers.
Burger.
A little
Yeah.
side of listeria.
Burger guy.
Yeah. All right. Galvin has your news. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll dive right into that.
Coming up in news, taco flavored kisses,
Oh.
bandwagon Mike,
Oh, man. What?
and,
Yes.
and Phoebe's mom.
Oh, Phoebe. Rest in peace. It's the Mike Calta Show. News is next on 102.5 The Bone. Bert Kreischer is coming here. Bert Aid. A concert that he agreed to do on this show in order to raise money for the people who were suffering from Hurricane Helene. And then in the time we had it set up, Hurricane Milton came in and made things worse.
Yeah.
So Bert had to reschedule that show to the 15th of November. I believe there may be some tickets still available if you'd like to go. But Bert 8 is happening November 15th at Ruth Eckerd Hall. Go to bert.com to get your tickets, or rutheckerthall.com. And we, of course, will be out there, and it'll be a whole big night. We do have some more surprises coming around that show that I can't really talk about yet, but we will have hopefully at the end of this week.
So we need to have like a big party that night because there's quite a few things going on. You've got Bert Kreischer in town.
Yeah.
Then you have the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight, if that happens.
Yeah.
My birthday, your wife's birthday.
Yep.
Bert's birthday is actually coming up in a couple days.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a big old party.
It is quite the.
Let's do it.
A lot of things to celebrate. Plus, tomorrow is Halloween, which means Friday. Right? Tomorrow's what's Thursday. Friday is Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, beginning of Christmas.
Friday is Christmas to me. Once we get past Thursday, it was 100. We made plans yesterday to go on Christmas vacation. I'm very excited about that. Yeah.
Do you know where you're going and all that stuff?
So, we're going up in the Northeast, like the Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine kind of area.
I got to tell you, while you're up there, try and check out one of the pizza places that Portnoy says. They say, like, what is it, Connecticut or New Hampshire?
New Haven is
New
where.
Haven.
Yeah.
New Haven.
really?
Which is,
Connecticut, yeah.
Yeah, that he always says is like
Like
the...
an 8-4?
Vermont's awesome. When my wife planned the trip to go there, I thought this is going to be horrible, and I loved it.
Well, we're taking a full-on Geo family vacation because we're going to probably we'll probably fly to New York and then drive up to the Northeast.
You can do a little leaf peeping at all or no?
A little what?
Leaf peeping.
What is leaf peeping?
Yeah, go see the colors. Go see the leaf change.
I mean, I get it, and it's an adorable phrase, but I've never heard leaf peeping until today.
You go tap some trees. Well, hello.
Yeah, the maple syrup is what's
Right,
big up there.
exactly. I'm sure your daughter would like that.
All right, I'm in. Leaf peeping and maple syrup.
There you go. Yeah.
Go see number one best friend up there in his tiny home.
Gio, did you do any bird watching while you were there?
It was the winter, so there weren't a whole lot of birds. Yeah. There was still snow everywhere.
Birds don't like snow.
Remember you went to St. Louis
I did.
and you didn't love it?
It's all right.
So I had an opportunity to go to St. Louis next weekend.
Yeah.
My niece's documentary was accepted into a St. Louis Film Festival, which is a big film festival. So my family's going up there. And I was like, okay, I'll go. It is $1,700 round trip
Really?
to go to, for me and Joey to go to. I was like, I'm out on this one.
This is why we drive, I guess.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
On Southwest, no less.
Yeah.
I said, get out of here. I'm not doing that.
You can see the birthplace of Galvin. How do you like that?
Oh, I do. Well, now that makes it a lot more.
I went to the St. Louis Zoo, which was pretty cool. We went to the zoo.
But that was my thing. I'm there on a Friday and I'm back on Sunday, and it cost me $1,700 to fly around trip. I'm like, and that wasn't before hotel.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out. My brother goes, I got booked the whole thing for $300. How did I go? Because I got in late or whatever the deal was. But then my brother sent me an hour later a thing that said you could fly from here to Italy round trip nonstop for $600.
Yeah.
And I said, exactly. I'm not going to goddamn St. Louis.
Fly to Italy and then fly out of Italy,
Italy
into
come back to St. Louis.
Maybe drive to St. Louis after flying there.
I wish that like I don't like to take days off of this job. We have to take off a day. I have a day I have to take off this month. We all have to take off. We have to discuss this. Might as well discuss it now. Like
Okay. All right. What do we got?
The sheriff's shooting clays event that we were going to do was rescheduled because of the hurricane, and that is like the week before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we need to take a random Wednesday off before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good. It's good to go out there and support Sheriff Chad Chronister and his people and have a fun day at the shooting clay. So we'll be out there for that.
By the way, speaking of things that are happening and coming up, on Saturday morning, I will be out at Amalie Arena.
This Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday morning, I'll be out there for the Bolt Run that is happening. So if anybody is signed up for that, they have.
Are you running?
No, I'm not running. I'm an MC and be out there, and they'll have it's a great setup. They have a bunch of great stuff out there. They have Duncan that comes out. They have a bunch of giveaways. They have really cool lightning medals, for whenever you run and do this stuff.
Can you get me one of those?
Yeah. I'll grab a handful, grab a box of them and stuff. But so I'll be out there that morning. If anybody's going out there to run, stop on by and say hi.
Oh, it's still too hot to run.
No, it's nice. It's nice.
I mean, it's getting nicer.
Yeah.
Like last night, sitting outside watching the softball game wasn't bad. It was a nice breeze. It was a little cool.
I don't know what this says about me, but you know what? One of my favorite things in the world, like not even one of my favorite things specifically to clothing, just one of my favorite things in the world,
Pudding?
A vest. I love a vest.
I like a vest, yeah.
I love a vest.
Yeah, I like a vest.
And
Really?
I bought a vest. I bought a vest in the summertime because, they mark everything down like, oh, we got to get rid of this. I bought a vest.
Oh, you're talking about like an outer jacket vest.
Yes.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
what Joe's got?
What are you talking like? Yeah.
Vest?
I thought you meant
that's a hoodie with the sleeves cut off.
like a sweater vest,
No.
or like a like sometimes I'll wear a vest with jeans and a button-down shirt underneath.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about an actual to try and keep your torso warm a little bit.
Gotcha.
You wear like the long sleeve and then you have the vest.
Listen,
Nice.
nobody knows more than me. I like to have my arms free.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. I don't like the sleeves.
Right.
Calvin.
I don't
like
know
it.
that I've ever seen you in the vest.
Well, I don't wear it around a
hot,
lot,
too hot.
whatever. But like
Right.
running, it's perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
I
love
found
it.
out the other day in my closet I have a Buccaneers vest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that I don't think it ever gets cold enough for me to wear. Like I forget that I have it.
Is it a puffy?
No, it's actually quite thin.
Yeah?
It's nice. Yeah, I just need a little bit of wind before I could justify putting it on.
Right.
Did you
I'm
wear that in
looking for-
Germany?
Possibly,
I think you did.
quite
Yeah.
possibly. Yes.
Yeah.
That seems like the right weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let's go back to Germany.
I'm in. I would love to go.
this week is the Germany game.
Yeah.
But who is it? Do you know?
A Panthers and somebody else. I think.
Ugh. I went to go see that.
Nothing
I
great.
believe. Yeah. It was-
I wish that Bucks had a game. I don't care if it was in. Well, I don't know if I'd go to Mexico City.
no.
But
no.
yeah, I mean,
But no, I'm not going
But
there.
every band loves Mexico City. I heard Duff talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
When Guns N' Roses goes down there, Metallica loves it. Bon Jovi played down there. Like everybody loves Mexico City.
I've been to Cozumel many times. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm with it.
It is. It's Giants and Panthers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little
A
different.
New York Giants fan.
Well, I'm not on the bandwagon yet. They only have one game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
I got to tell you, Gio, I might need 2 coffees tomorrow.
Two.
All right. Well, I'm wailing through this one already.
You want the rest of mine?
No. You don't
right.
like it? No good?
No, it's all right. But
Joey said he was straightening people out. Joey from Starbucks said he was straightening people out at the Collier store.
good.
So he heard you talking about it, and he was not going to have that action.
Yeah.
Don't give it the credit to Gio.
What do you mean?
It was all Tom.
That's
It was
true.
all
That's
Tom.
Hey, boss, we got to
Yeah.
talk about my boss.
Gio's been complaining for years. Tom steps in and everything
Yeah.
gets straightened out.
Yeah.
From one boss to another boss.
That's right. That's right.
Listen, I was on the verge of not going anymore at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
Gio
like,
was about
I'm
to
done.
quit.
You weren't solving problems. You were just going to quit.
Yeah.
Tom went in there and solved problems.
I'd like to opt
Knock
out.
some heads together.
Hey, Galvin, before we do news,
Yeah.
Sam has been holding.
Okay.
It's this Sam has a good Halloween costume idea.
Oh,
Carmen, is it for us or for him?
For you.
For me.
for you. Yeah.
All
If
right.
you want to dress up,
All
Sam's
right.
got the
Love
idea.
Halloween.
All right.
Sam, what do you got, Sam?
Okay, this could be good for all of you.
Oh.
It's a very, very easy costume idea. It really doesn't require any prep. It's a couple simple elements. All you all need is a brown paper bag, a big brown plastic bag and a bunch of yellow balloons. Now, what are you?
Brown paper bag.
And
A bunch of yellow balloons.
I give up.
You're all poop. You're poop with corn.
You're who?
Poop with corn. How do you
Yeah.
feel? How do you feel? How do you feel like that went?
Yeah, do you think that went good?
Plus, I did that last
Well,
year.
it went great. It went really. No, I did this when I was younger. I'm in my 50s now. I got invited to this Halloween party where everyone's beautiful. All the girls look like strippers. All the guys are dressed like
And you're
Spartans
over
and
there, a
stuff.
bag of 50-year-old pooping corn.
Yeah.
Poop and corn, and it went. We came in second in the Halloween costume contest.
It was a big hit.
All right. Thank you, Sam.
We lost.
You lost to
We
who?
lost. We lost to a store-bought costume.
Ah,
So I think we won.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
oh, he broke up.
Okay.
Do you know what I hate about Halloween also, besides those ideas, is the people who put a lot of effort into their costume, but then think that their costume is better than everybody else. Like when Galvin and I would host a Halloween, we hosted a Halloween
Every
contest.
year this would happen. Anytime I was involved in any kind of Halloween, I already know you're going to say
Yeah,
good.
there was the one guy who showed up and he had kind of like the Rockettes. It was just him, but he had like 5 people,
So when he
mannequins.
moved, the mannequins
Right.
moved.
Yeah.
And he didn't win the Halloween costume contest, of which Galvin and I were not judges. We were hosting. and afterwards was like, "Can I just have a word with you for a second?" They're like, "Yeah, like what was better about that costume than my costume?" First of all, we didn't judge it; we're just announcing. And second of all, whatever it was, you didn't win. That's it. I'm sorry that you love your costume, and yes, you put effort into it.
Sorry,
but they like the bag with corn poop better.
Yeah. Sorry that you spent 24 days working on your costume, and this person bought it at the store, and she's a 12, and she's wearing a little cowboy outfit, and she won.
Oh, I saw a girl that I know, who's pretty hot, in a Halloween costume this weekend. And didn't know she had tattoos.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my God. Love a little bit.
Carmen, I saw something, if you want to try it out. I saw a girl that was walking on the walking pad like you have.
Yeah.
And she would have like music going, and then she'd walk, and then she'd snap her fingers, and she'd be in different costumes. Yeah, she was doing that, whatever. And she was like Woody from Toy Story and doing all these different ones. It was pretty cool.
God, Calvin's trying to do anything to get you to change your clothes.
and walk more.
Carmen has been posting a lot of videos of her like in her workout clothes, but doing non-workout stuff, like cooking mashed potatoes and stuff.
Right.
And I don't know what, like, I feel like you need to go on a, like, you have a boyfriend now. So I was like, I should take you on a shopping trip because your white tank top looks like it's been through hell.
What white tank top?
You have like an off-white like tank top.
I don't wear white.
It's not white. It looks like it was white and it's like stained now.
Mike said it's unflattering.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I don't wear white, so you're just trolling because I don't
I'm
ever
not what
wear
I'm saying.
white.
I'm saying it's like an off-white color, like a brownish, like maybe a light brown, but it looks like a dirty white tank top.
Yeah, I don't wear brown either because
throw that one out.
Because I'm so light, because I'm so fair skinned. So
throw
I don't.
It out. It looks gross.
But that's
maybe
what I'm
it's
saying.
gray.
No, it's like
Galvin knows.
It's like a greenish. I see it right here. Is
green.
Is it that one?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the one that's like whitish.
It's this one here. That one?
That one. I'm sorry. It's like gray, Carmen.
Yeah.
Throw it out.
What? Is it my workout video where I'm actually lifting weights?
You're lifting weights.
Yeah, that is a gray
same one when you wear it in the kitchen and you're making mashed potatoes with it, it looks dirty.
I'm wearing
Throw it out.
That is a long sleeve Michigan shirt.
No, I'm not talking about recently. I'm talking dingy. It looks dingy.
You know what? I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Can we get you a Lululemon sponsorship?
Endorsement? Yeah, let's go. Bring it on.
Look at that, Carmen. Look at that. Oh, the one
I
where
can't see it.
The one where you climb on the countertop.
Yeah.
It's a T-shirt.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
When you climbed on your counter, you stood up there and you went on top of the counter to like get a tray or something.
I do that all the time.
Well, don't do it anymore in that shirt because you look gross.
Oh my God.
The gross shirt. Not you. The shirt's gross. The shirt, I look gorgeous.
And you have no hair and you're like, you want to do this? You're mean. You're being mean.
Hair,
leave me alone. Is that's what you consider hair?
He's pointing halfway back of his head.
He's pointing at his foot. Yeah.
I just sent the picture to the group.
Carmen, I'm saying from one ugly person to another. Change that shirt. It bothers me. You have potential. I'm too far gone.
Yeah, you want to know where that
I'm bald, I'm fat, I'm old, I got butthole eyes, I'm too far gone.
You want to know where that shirt's from? Shark Coast. Bring it up with them, jerk off.
No, wrong shirt. You're looking at the wrong one.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at the one that Gio just sent. That is a Ruger shirt from Shark Coast.
You shouldn't be wearing free shirts. Free shirts are ugly shirts.
Yeah.
Wear a shirt that you buy. Pay for your shirts. They make you hotter.
But maybe don't get all your shirts at Five Below.
That's never gonna. I'm never gonna stop doing that. So no.
This one too. That one.
Oh, God, it looks just like you had it forever. Time to upgrade.
Gio, why do you have so many pictures of me?
No, he's going through your Instagram.
It's on your Instagram.
Why can't you go black top, black bottom?
That's what I'm always wearing.
No, but you're wearing dingy top, black pants.
I don't agree with Mike. I'm just pointing out what he's talking about.
You're finding them so
You're
quickly.
Just going through my Instagram.
It's on your Instagram.
Thank you. Hey, leave a comment when you're there. Thank you.
Somebody in the room has to pull a video up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll smack a couple likes on it for you.
I think Joe fell asleep about 10 minutes ago.
All right.
All right, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news. What we got, Galvin?
You made me think of something. Now I can't. What
dingy? What, you found another one?
Dingy, old dirty shirt.
But right under Carmen's name, it just says, "I hate it here." That's her quote.
You look
in her
like
bio.
You look like those guys that used to hang out with Popeye in the bar. Like all rimmed T-shirts on. And
Yeah,
skis
you're just aging yourself. Never saw it.
Never saw Popeye?
No.
Your parents didn't love you.
That's not true. When did Popeye come out? Think about that old man.
What vegetable did Popeye eat?
Well, spinach.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, you know. You know.
I know who Popeye is, but I never watched it.
You were talking about the Halloween costume. Sam had that great idea. But I did see a girl the other day, and I'm sure you'll see a ton of these, whatever. But she was Ray Gun, the break dancer. Yeah. So it's an easy costume to do, but she was totally doing all the things.
The dances. You got to have the moves.
She had the moves, man. It was great. Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. You can stop into Pelts. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. You can stop in there, check out all the great shoes that they have in there. They have a bunch of different stuff too, accessories and everything. And they have the Pelt's shoe fit experts in there, going to make sure you get a perfect fitting shoe. That way you're not walking around with shoes that are too big or too small. It's going to cause you knee or back problems or anything like that. So stop into a Pelt's today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. So this is pretty timely. Guess who is going to speak at Kamala Harris's rally in Las Vegas tomorrow?
Let me guess. Somebody Puerto Rican.
You better believe it.
Bad Bunny.
Probably the most famous Puerto Rican.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jenny from the block.
Speak, yeah.
Born from the Isle of Garbage.
Yeah. I would love to know. Are there any Puerto Rican people that are actually mad at Tony Hinchcliffe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I see friends of mine who are Puerto Rican who are on Instagram and Facebook who are very upset by this. Like it's weird. Everybody loves a comedian and jokes until the joke's about them. Then they get mad at it.
That's wild because I was thinking like it was just white people being upset for Puerto Rican people, like white people love to do for black people because any minority can't be upset for themselves.
I saw a Puerto Rican woman that I know who's smoking hot, and she was like, I don't know how you could say this. I'm Puerto Rican proud, blah, 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 and I know that she loves comedy. It's interesting to me that like if I go to a comedian and the comedian makes fun of me, I kind of like wear that as a badge of honor. Like, hey, call me a fat dummy, I'm
almost 100% Irish. You could say anything about Irish and I would laugh. I'm American. You could say anything about American. I'm gonna laugh. Like I don't understand.
No, I don't understand that either. I'm not siding with it. I don't. I think the problem is Tony Hinchcliffe in our world is very popular, but outside of of our world, he's not. So when you get a woman who's in her 50s or 60s and she's not watching the internet and doesn't know who Tony Hinchcliffe is, he's not Joe Rogan. He's not like people that they're forced to see all the time. They don't know that he's necessarily a very funny comedian who is self-deprecating. Tony Hinchcliffe,
that's his thing.
He makes more jokes about him being gay, and he's not gay than anybody else. I mean, like he is.
If you take it out of context, you're like, "What the hell is this?"
But listen, if you're a fan of comedy at all, that is a well-structured joke.
Right.
The misleading about the garbage island that's out there. Everybody just knows that. Everybody has that image in their head of that big floating thing that's all garbage, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the curve, I think they call it Puerto Rico. That's a great joke.
Yeah.
That's a great joke.
And we've all been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Puerto Rico. I love it. I've been there a bunch of times. It's pretty gross. No, outside of the resort area, it's pretty gross. But that's not the point. The point is that the guy was making a joke. Now, there's something to be said is, does that joke belong at a political rally? When you're combining the two things and you get all these people out there and they're all cheering with you, are you perpetuating a hate for Puerto Rico and all that stuff? I mean, I get it. I don't know why people
does an insult comic belong at a political rally? That was the weirdest thing to me.
Right.
I mean, the decision to have him there, I think, was a big misstep by their campaign.
But he's off the Tom Brady roast where he did really well. He's got the number one comedy podcast in the world.
I get why he's there, but I think when you're mixing comedy and politics, some people take politics very seriously, very literally. When you try and mix those two worlds, you're definitely playing with fire.
But then the other side has Megan Thee Stallion there with shorts shaking her butt. You know what I mean? Like it's
but nobody's offended by that.
Does that belong at a political rally?
Plenty of people were complaining about that.
It's these campaigns. They're trying to be hip and cool, and they don't realize that it could swing the other way.
We've said a million times. sometimes a lot of stuff doesn't go together. There can be separate and be fine, but you put them together and it's weird. You don't need comedy with football. Stop trying to be funny, Fox, NFL.
Just
Stop
play
trying to be
football.
funny. It's just like whenever, like back in the day, whenever comedians would open for singers. Like Brad Garrett talked about how he used to open for Frank Sinatra. That's
Yeah.
such a weird thing.
I know.
Like you're there to see Frank Sinatra. You don't want to see a comedian.
But if you saw Frank Sinatra in the 60s or 70s and Tom Dreesen opened up for him, that makes more sense.
Right.
So I think that it still was like left over from that sort of thing, because when you get a singer go out there for an hour and a half, you're like, what are these people spent $50? What are they going to do? You know?
But like Jay Leno used to talk, he'd open for like Gladys Knight and the Pips, and it would be like, could you imagine going to a Gladys Knight and the Pips show and Jay Leno, a not
This
famous
white guy from Boston,
famous Jay Leno gets on, let me tell you about that, and you're like, what? Whatever, get to the music.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's probably a dumb choice by the Trump campaign to do that, but
also hot off of the Joe Rogan interview, which that's
and their
Hinchcliffe
buddies
is in the Rogan world.
And
I read an
better
article
than
that Rogan was the one that suggested it to Trump.
Yeah.
Well, and also better than just watching Trump listen to music,
That was
bopping
weird.
around.
That was the weirdest thing ever.
Nothing's better than that.
I think all these rallies with your J-Los and I think they're all so bizarre.
But you know
so
what they're
weird.
designed to do? They're designed to make you think that Elon Musk, Hulk Hogan, Tucker Carlson, all these Tony Hinchcliffe, all these people that somebody, one of those guys you like, okay, and you're out there believing that they're celebrating because this guy's already won.
Nikki Haley called it a bromance.
Yeah.
She's like, what's with this over masculine bromance of all these weird dudes?
By the way, the internet is still undefeated. They took Carmen. Speaking of people dancing and Trump dancing and doing that stuff, he was talking about Kamala Harris, and he goes, and she had a Beyonce dance party, and somebody took it, and he goes, Beyonce dance party, Beyonce dance party.
I have it.
Beyonce dance, and then it's Beyonce walking down the street, all cool and stuff, and then it goes into this whole thing, and then he's dancing. And
it's hilarious.
A Beyonce dance party. It's so good.
Oh, man.
And it was like immediately, like the thing had just happened, and then like 2 minutes later, this comes out, and it's like it's so good.
It's wild that this is what we're
Beyonce, 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 Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
What's better?
In the video cuts to Beyonce, and she's doing the butt thing.
Beyonce.
What's better, this
Beyonce.
or the? They're eating the cats and dogs. They're eating the cats and dogs.
It's wild, man.
So crazy.
This is where we're at.
You want to speak about wild? How about this? In a poll, 20% of Americans think kids of all ages should be allowed to vote. So how does a 5-year-old go and vote and stuff? 13% of people support giving parents one additional vote for each child they have who is a minor.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
I remember in school we would do like votes in the classroom when it got to like the presidential election. Yeah. And we'd like, you have no idea anything about the candidates.
So
Well, and you're just gonna vote how your parents.
Yeah,
vote,
whoever
you
your
know?
parents are talking about.
Joey didn't vote. My son is 18, and this is his first political election, and he didn't vote because I said, just go register and go vote. And he said, honestly, I don't feel like I know enough about it, and I feel like if I'm done, I was like, that's actually a mature decision.
That's exactly what my son said. I go, are you excited? Are you going to vote? He's like, no, I don't really care. I'm like, I'm not going to spend time on it.
It was weird. I felt like he cared, but he was like unprepared.
Yeah.
He's like, I just feel like if I voted, I don't know enough about it to do it. I was like, oh, it's interesting because I couldn't wait to vote when I was 18.
I said, here, take my ballot and just copy what I vote for.
I had a friend. We were such liberal college douches that I had a friend. It was his first election too, and this is so cringy. He called the sheriff, who I think was Bob White at the time, and he called the office and he wanted to talk to the sheriff, and they were like, okay, he's busy right now. What do you need? And he goes, I'd like for him to explain to me why I should vote for him. And they said, well, he's too busy to do that right now. And he's like, well, he may not get my vote then.
Yeah.
And I look back now, it was the cringiest thing ever.
When I was 18, though, like I couldn't wait to vote. I remember being
me
excited
too.
about it, and but
I never was.
Yeah,
Really?
he's like, I'm probably not going to vote.
I was into politics, and I liked Clinton at the time, and I didn't know why. I didn't really, looking back on it, it was a different person. But I was very excited to vote.
It was funny. I used to like Joe Biden a lot whenever I was younger. I liked Joe Biden. I was like, I'd vote for him if he ran for president. 80 years later, he ran for president. I was like, well, no, it's kind of too late now.
Oh, man.
Only about 11% of Americans say a celebrity has caused them to reconsider their stance on a political issue. 51% say they have a negative impression of celebrities based on their political opinions.
The only way a celebrity would make me change my mind is if they explained something to me that I was wrong with.
Listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion 100%, and I really don't care one way or another. If you make good movies, I'm still going to watch your movie.
Right.
What I don't like is when celebrities talk down to people because I'm a celebrity. I'm telling you what to do. You know, you're like,
my number
shut
one,
up.
Eddie Vedder. Couldn't be further from having the same beliefs as he does, and also find him to be quite the hypocrite. Love him. Go ahead, pay top dollar to go see him in concert.
You know, every 4 years, if so and so becomes president, I'm moving to Canada. Everybody thinks it's so easy just to move to Canada. The one that's out there now that's saying it all the time, at least they're posting that she's saying it all the time, is Amy Schumer.
Oh,
Amy Schumer. If Trump
I assume
becomes
she left already.
If Trump becomes president, she's moving to Canada, and they use the fattest, worst picture of her every time.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey, Fatso says she's moving.
Darn.
Know? Yeah.
I put a picture of Dum Dum Lori up on our Instagram the other day, and I said, anybody remember who this is? And half of the people wrote Amy Schumer.
Oh,
wow.
I mean, I see it in the picture. I see it for sure.
Mike Calta.
Yes, that's me.
The Yankees came alive last night.
Don't I know it?
And beat the
My
Dodgers.
Yankees.
Beat the Dodgers 11-4. That is over 10.5.
Yeah.
Just so you're counting at home.
Yank up.
In Game 4, yank up. Is
Yank
that
off.
Oh, is that
Yank
what it
off.
is?
Game 4 of the World Series. They are still down 3-1. Game 5 is tonight in New York. And if the Dodgers win, they win it all. And I win money because I took them in 5 games. 2 Yankees fans were ejected from the game.
Oh, they kicked them out?
Yeah, at the World Series after one pried a foul ball out of the glove of Los Angeles Dodgers right fielder Mookie Betts on Tuesday night. Betts leaped at the wall into foul territory and initially caught a pop-up in the first inning, but a fan in the first row, Austin Capabianco, grabbed Betts' glove with both hands and pulled the ball out. Capabianco's friend, John Peter, then grabbed Betts' non-gloved hand. Betts reacted angrily, and the batter, Torres, was immediately ruled out by the right field umpire for fan interference.
By the way, it's pronounced Capagool.
Capagool, a Yankee season ticket holder, said that he knew that he would be in trouble, but chose to grab the open Betts' glove nonetheless, telling ESPN that he and Peter often discuss that scenario.
If that happened.
He said, if a foul ball comes our way, that they were going to do what they could to help their team.
Yeah.
You
Part
idiot.
of the team. They're the
You're
10th
not
member.
part of the team.
Sometimes you got to send a message.
You're there it is right there on TV. You're a mongoloid. Look at him pulling out. Look at him with his hat and
Hey,
his
I'm a
ears.
Gabagool.
Yeah. Oh, what an idiot. Look at Mookie Betts. He's like, this mother.
They're just trying to get in his head.
Fast Eddie put up a picture of Curly from the Three Stooges. Does look a lot like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. There's a big Volpe shot heard around the world.
You know who it looks like is who was the baseball clown guy that would turn his hat sideways?
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know
forget
who it
who he
was.
was for, but he wasn't like. He was a mascot, but he didn't wear a mascot outfit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just a guy in a dumpy guy in a baseball uniform. I don't know. Pretty wild. So Game 5 is tonight, and that's in New York as well. I had people saying, do you think they're going to tank it so they can win at home? Well, it goes 2 games in L.A., 3 in New York, 2 in L.A., so they would still, if they win, they're going to win in New York. Ring doorbells. Joe, you know about Ring doorbells.
Yes, I do. I know all about it.
Has the Great Ghost Search Contest. It ends tomorrow. We had talked about this before. If your Ring doorbell camera catches footage of an actual ghost, you get $100,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw that. They're doing a pretty good thing because they realize ghosts aren't real.
Yeah.
So they're letting you put
your dog and
your dog and all that. Some of them would make cute videos.
I always love whenever my doorbell goes off or whatever, the camera out front, and then you look at it and just a bug right next to it.
Yeah. I get that a lot. I get bugs on my doorbell. I get the same armadillo that walks back and forth every night at the same time, crosses
Take
from
a
one
little
side
stroll.
to the other. Yeah, just going for a little walk.
Nice. After you binge on Halloween candy, what should you eat? They have a little suggestion for you. If you eat a bunch of candy, what's something good to eat afterwards?
I don't know. I have been pretty good. There's been a giant bucket of candy in this house, and my wife's like, "We need more candy because everybody's eating it." I'm like, "I haven't touched it. I haven't touched it. I don't like the candy."
Mike.
I may have had a Snickers.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not
Bobby, get up.
Yeah, like
I'm not
one
mad at you.
every day.
One of those little square Snickers, but no, for the like licorice in there, and there's other stuff.
How was the licorice?
I don't need that. I
Oh
didn't need it.
no, just Snickers.
There's one.
How many?
Snickers.
One, you can never have one
no,
little
You ate
Snicker.
one first, and then how many after that?
No, I was leaving the house. I
53.
took it with me. I grabbed
Oh,
it.
road
I took it with
Snicker.
me.
You grabbed
It
a
was road
handful of
Snicker.
Snickers.
It was one little
Handful of
Snicker.
Little Snicker.
You know what? You have dingy shirts.
Yes, I'll take it. I'll take it.
By the way, did you get your mac and cheese out of your oven?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Still in there.
Oh my god! That's
Yes.
another day
Hold
of
on,
mac and cheese
I gotta find out.
in your oven.
I think it
Oh.
smells wonderful.
I gotta
Yeah.
find out.
Don't know.
They say the cheese sitting out is really nice.
What, 4 days? 5 days?
By the way, cooked cheese, regular cheese.
Hi, you're live on the air.
Hi.
Remember the other day when I came home from the tailgate and I had a tray of mac and cheese,
Yes.
and I asked you to put it in the oven so that the dogs didn't eat it?
Oh no.
That's why I'm wondering: is it still in the oven?
I didn't take it out of the oven.
I didn't take it out of the
Oh,
oven
boy.
either.
Oh my god.
It's been there since Sunday.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah,
Yes.
you should probably throw that out.
That's disgusting.
Well, it's disgusting if you eat it or if there's flies on it. If not, you just throw it out. It's just garbage.
Amanda, Mike admitted to eating all the candy,
I did
the Halloween
not
candy.
eat any of the Halloween candy. I did not. I ate one Snickers. All I was saying, I ate one Snicker.
One Snicker.
Did we go to the baseball game last night and you offered me a licorice, and what did I say?
It wasn't a licorice.
Whatever it was.
You said no.
Thank you. I do
Yeah,
not eat
because
the
I'm
Halloween.
too full
I do
from all
not.
the other candy I ate.
We already ate
I
it.
do not eat the Halloween candy.
All right.
Listen, somebody's eating the Halloween candy because it went down like 5 inches since
Yeah.
I filled that bowl.
That's your two idiot kids that you raised.
I don't think so.
Well, it's not me. Why has it got to be the fat guy all the time?
5 inches of Snickers.
I thought Joey was out of town.
It has nothing to do with weight. It has to do with.
Yeah, but
that
everybody's
baby.
pointing at me. Everybody's like, you're the guilty one.
Yeah, because you said you didn't
Because
have
you
any,
are.
and then you broke down and
I
said
had
you
one
had one.
Snicker. I
And
had one
now,
Snicker.
And now,
I had
really?
baby Snicker.
How many really?
Alright.
though?
Yeah, I got to tell you, saying Snicker really fast a lot
Yeah.
makes me very nervous.
Yeah, that's not
it
good.
sounds a
Well,
lot.
you should stop.
Okay.
You should stop.
I should stop talking to you. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
We do a podcast.
Anybody want any molten cheese?
Oh,
Joe, you got a caper.
Joe, go get it.
how much to
Okay.
eat it?
I'll give it a try.
Joe would do it.
Yeah.
He's not even like the kind of guy to go, Joe, try it. He go, oh, all right.
I saw Joey eat a slice of pizza that had been there for like 2 weeks.
easily.
Pizza is a 2 week.
No.
2 weeks?
2 week. Yeah.
No, it's
yeah.
We still have leftovers in there from the Greek place.
Oh, really? I thought about
we
that the other
do?
day.
What do we
Yeah.
have?
That we got a whole
Everything.
like a half a
The
tray
Greek
of that
lasagna.
Oh my God.
That's
I bet
still
it's delicious.
good though.
No, it's not.
Oh, I
Yes,
bet
it
I ate
is.
it. I had some yesterday.
The lasagna is so good.
Yeah.
He was in here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
5
today's
days.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
5 days. Today's the last day. 5 days.
That's iffy.
I'm
That's
eating
iffy.
Really?
Well, listen, if you eat a bunch of Halloween candy,
I don't know who you're talking about.
go eat a bunch of sauerkraut. Experts
Oh.
say fermented food like sauerkraut can help rebalance your microbiome, the delicate balance of good bacteria in your gut that helps you digest and keep your immune system strong.
I love sauerkraut.
Yeah, well,
Sauerkraut.
I do love sauerkraut.
well, that's like the kombucha and the different stuff. It
Kimchi.
Has, yeah. Has all that stuff. So.
I do love the sauerkraut. I do love mustard.
Yeah.
I love a nice hot dog with mustard and sauerkraut.
Well, the fermentation is really like the vinegar that does that. So even like pickles and stuff like that.
Oh, you're
You
the-
just
You're
made
an
me.
expert.
You just reminded me of something. I was at the Lightning game last week, and I was hungry, and I'm like, "Oh man, I got to get something here or whatever."
Only they had 400 places
No,
selling
yeah,
food.
but I didn't.
Something healthy.
So I got a Italian sausage. And I go, well, I don't want to eat the bun. I don't like the peppers. I'm not going to eat grilled onions right now and stuff. So I just took the sausage and put it in a napkin and ate it, hiding so no one would get a picture of me. Eating this 7-inch, about 4-inch round sausage. I was like,
just mowed it down.
Yeah. Oh God. It is National Candy Corn Day. Yeah.
Don't like it.
I love candy corn.
According to a recent poll, 57% of candy corn lovers eat the whole piece in one bite. Of course you do. What are you taking, little bites? 28% start with the narrow white tip and then eat it, and 15% begin with the wider yellow end. Hey, you just eating it, come on.
Yeah, I'm never eating the white tip. I'm just going all in.
Yeah.
Just tip.
Yeah.
I eat it all. I go tip by tip. I go color by color.
Yeah.
And I
Too
eat them.
sweet.
I even like the pumpkins, and I even like the ones with brown at the bottom.
How do you eat your Snickers?
Little, one at a time, and one
after
one
another?
each holiday season.
Someone analyzed the Bloomberg Billionaire Index to determine which names appear most frequently in the top 500 uber richest people out there and stuff. What do you think the top names are? First name, William is very rich. William is not in the top 10.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
What do you think? Names of super rich people. Think of their first name. What is up there?
Steven,
no.
Alon.
No.
John.
Number one.
John Brennan.
John is number one. $155.3 billion.
William's not in there, huh?
William is not in there. Still not in there.
Okay. John.
Yeah, John.
Robert.
No.
Bill.
Bill
William.
is William.
All right.
Pay attention.
Idiot.
All right.
Scumbag.
I can tell you number 10, Jim.
James.
Jim or James, yeah.
Jay.
Number 9, Richard.
Yeah, Richard's always a good one.
Number 8 throws you a little curve because you're thinking American. Think outside. Zhang.
Zhang?
Yeah.
What about Mohammed?
No.
Okay.
Number 7, Charles.
Yeah, Charles
Yeah,
is a
Charles
rich
is a
name.
rich name,
Hello,
yeah.
Charles.
Number 6 does not sound like a rich name. Mark.
Squid?
Mark.
Zuckerberg probably gave it a good push.
Yeah.
But you think of how many are on there.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg.
Hey, all right.
There's 2.
You're turning stuff around over here.
All right.
Number 5, we go foreign again. Wang.
Wang.
Yeah, Wang.
Hello, Wang.
Number 4, Michael.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I know. Trust me, I know it. You got to have 13
Michael's on
fridges
there.
to be named Michael.
Number 3 is Thomas. Number 2 is David. And number 1, like Gio got, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the top uber rich folks. That's the names. Carmen, if you noticed anything, no female names on there.
Yeah.
They didn't
makes
put together.
sense.
They didn't do a female billionaire list, but there are roughly there's around 2,800 billionaires in the world,
If it was a female, it'd be Catherine.
and roughly 12% of them are women.
Oh.
So out of the
That's pretty
2,800,
solid.
12%.
Not bad.
For women. I mean, women shouldn't even have
12%.
shouldn't even have jobs.
Yeah.
Let alone be billionaires.
Yeah,
I can't believe we
will.
let you drive.
Also, I wonder how many of those 12% got the money from their husband who
Yes,
passed.
who died.
Probably,
yeah.
Or their dad.
Yeah,
It's not
right.
just about the husband.
Yeah.
It was definitely
It's a-
inheritance.
Yeah, some sort of man.
Yeah, not self-made.
Right.
There's one, the lady that owns Spanx.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to make fat lady clothes in order to
Yeah.
get the money.
She's like, I'll get all this money from these fat ladies. Some sad
There's
news.
somebody right now going, and then Carmen just giggles when they
Yeah.
make jokes about women.
Yep.
Some sad news. Terry Garr died yesterday after a long battle with MS. Her credits include a bunch of different stuff, including Young Frankenstein, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Tootsie, Mr. Mom,
She
The
was great.
Player, Dumb and Dumber. Remember, she was Swanson's mother-in-law or stepmom or
Can
whatever.
I
it was.
just be honest with you?
And
I've
one
never
more.
seen Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
I've seen enough of it to play along with everybody, but I've never watched that movie.
Oh,
Too dumb for me.
so
Carmen, you probably know Terry Garr from being Phoebe's mom on Friends.
Yep.
Yeah. Did her and Letterman date, or were they just?
I think they were just friends.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Because
but
back in the day, she used to be in all the
she
time.
dated
and-
Robert Morton, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think she dated Morty, yeah.
How crazy was that when Morty showed up in our studio?
Were you here for that?
I don't know.
I don't think he was.
Carlos Mencia comes in. He's probably maybe the
This is
third time
years
he's been
ago.
on the show. and he's got this older guy sitting on the couch, and the guy's got like white hair, and part of me wants to go, would you find somebody at the old folks home, like make a joke? And I go, what do you got? A guy, and they're like, and he stood up, and I looked at him, and I knew instantly who he was. Galvin knew who he was. He goes, this is Robert Morton. We're like, Morty. He was Letterman's longtime late night producer. And we were both like, I went to go make a joke, and then I realized I didn't want to talk to Carlos anymore. I just want to talk to Morty.
He just sitting on the couch, waiting to leave.
It was wild, and we were like, "What? How did this come about?" and stuff. But yeah, just seeing him for years on Letterman, Morty, can we do it? Saying that stuff, whatever. It was wild. Yeah, because such big fans of Letterman.
Yeah.
So Diddy reportedly used Carmen, you're not gonna like this. Used a scale to make sure the women at his freak-off parties didn't weigh more than 140 pounds. Who would do that?
Wow.
Who would make the girls step on a scale?
That's a that's a horrible move.
Who else, Carmen? Who else would make
somebody who likes things a certain way?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was there ever a time that you had to step on a scale, Carmen? Or
I mean,
was it $140
before work? No, luckily my capture was a little bit nice. Yep, capturer.
It's a cap. Carmen, what was it? I don't remember what it was. What your limit was? Carmen, would you step on it? Me?
Yes, you.
I believe it's in the employee handbook.
It is not because no one else had to do this.
Carmen, what was the limit that you couldn't be over, and do you wish you were that?
Wow.
What? It was like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Everybody's put on weight.
Yeah.
The limit was 160. And what?
How we looking?
Ain't no party like a Diddy party, I'll tell you that.
I would not be allowed in studio
I
right
was
now.
going to say, now you know why Carmen hasn't been over here for the last 5 years.
Oh my God.
Oh, shut up, Dingy.
Yeah, you're the one who did it.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
me.
What do you mean? What did I do?
You're the
You're
one
the
that
one
made
who-
her. You made the rule that she had to be on the scale and
But I
couldn't
had
weigh
to
over
weigh
160.
myself.
Yeah, but I don't have a home scale rule.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be fat here.
Okay, thank you.
We can just kind of eyeball it. No.
I hate it here.
I have a new rule. You can't be dingy and be in here at the same time.
Yeah,
I really like the studio without you guys, so I'm good here.
All right.
That's she's having her own freak off party over there.
We got mac and cheese over here.
Oh yeah, it's a
Go for it.
it's a real special cheese. Still.
Yeah.
You have to. It's aged. I think they call it. How about this? Chuck Norris, Vanilla Ice, and Bob Geldof walk into a
Chuck
bar.
Norris, Vanilla Ice, and Bob Geldof, okay?
Are making a movie together
You're insane.
called Zombie Plane.
Just can't be real.
No,
I'm
it's
in.
real.
I'm
It's
in.
not a joke. It's real. Yeah, they're making a movie together called Zombie Plane.
I love
Why
all
Bob
three of them.
Geldof?
I don't know. I don't know whether he's a producer and he's going to be in it, or whether he's just producing it, or I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, very weird. I don't know how.
Chuck
that-
Norris
will
has
not-
got to be getting up there.
I didn't even see Devin.
Oh,
Dever.
Chuck
I'm not gonna
Norris
see
is
that.
in his 80s now, I
Yeah.
believe, right?
I feel like I saw him in an interview and he was looking really old.
Yeah,
sounding
he does.
very old.
And he had a ton of plastic surgery. Looks terrible.
Yeah.
84 years old.
Yeah.
84 years old. Have you ever seen? So it's so funny because you think about Chuck Norris and you think about the death's afraid of Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris can't get cancer because cancer's scared of Chuck Norris. All those things that they say about Chuck Norris. Carmen, do you have any idea about Chuck Norris, or do you think he was just a actor that was Walker, Texas Ranger?
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Do you know what his background is? Do you know where he came from?
He has like some type of karate background. Like he was like a super black belt. Like
He's unbelievable. And you can actually watch him in tournaments, like on YouTube
Yeah.
if you want. And he's unbelievable. Like obviously that's how him and Bruce Lee met and got into doing the movies and stuff. And he was a world champion.
My favorite was Superman wears Chuck Norris pajamas.
That's great.
There were so many good ones.
there's-
So many
yeah.
good ones. Yeah, for sure.
Chuck Norris doesn't sleep; he waits.
Yeah.
50 Cent says that he was offered $3 million to perform at Donald Trump's Madison Square Garden rally, but he turned it down. He said, quote, "I'm afraid about politics. You understand? I do not like no part about them."
Wow.
Yeah.
Well
So,
put.
a lot of some of these celebrities don't want to alienate 50% of their audience.
Also, you're rich when you're turning down
Yeah.
$3 million.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because if they offer you $3 million, you're like, I mean, I got to do it, right?
Well,
but if you
he-
have
Probably
vitamin
for one
water,
song.
if you have vitamin water money, you're
Yeah.
like, I'm fine.
And he just made a bunch of money off his like Diddy docuseries that
Yeah,
he had.
Netflix.
in the
Oh
works.
yeah.
Yeah, he sold it to them. He was working on one
Oh, that's wild.
before this even happened. He's been literally behind this Diddy thing for years.
Yeah.
Plus, remember he came back to the Super Bowl and all anybody talked about was how fat he was.
Yeah,
When he
50
was
Cent.
hanging upside down.
Well, because he was walking around with abs for all these years, and then all of a sudden he got fat.
Yeah.
When he said that he would give Floyd Mayweather $1 million if he could read an article without, oh my God.
He was funny.
That was so good. And I never understood, were they, I mean, because they were kind of friends.
Yeah,
but
they,
then-
they had a fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know whether he was just like busting his balls and being like a jerk to him or whether he was
Yeah.
really, but that was so funny.
You know, I watched The Voice last night.
Oh, yeah?
Snoop Dogg looks like the first time you shave your balls.
Wait.
He looks terrible. The first time you shave your balls and they look like chicken skin and a mistake. This is what Snoop Dogg looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just an odd looking old man now.
By the way, you shouldn't be black. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes. No. But seriously, he's just weird looking now. But I thought he did a good job. I watched him. He's a coach, you know, and he gets to pick the talent. I'm like, what does Snoop Dogg have to offer? He's
Right.
a rapper, but he brings out like some charisma in the people, and
Well,
he adds that.
We had talked about this before, and like I said, you know, I'm not a fan at all, but you can't be in the music industry and be as successful as he has been for that long without knowing some stuff.
Right.
It's not just chance or luck or anything. You may get a foot in the door, but for you to stay as relevant and popular as he has been for a long time, he knows some things.
Yeah,
You know, for sure.
I don't understand how they pick on that show because they had the part where the two singers sing against each other, like in the boxing ring.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they go against. It's impossible to put. Like they're
Yeah.
all great. I don't know.
And that happens a lot where they're like, I wish I could keep both, but they have to kick one off, and then a lot of times the other judge will grab them.
That happened last
My
night.
favorite
yeah.
part, the blind auditions, I love, but then when it gets past that, the show usually kind of loses me.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I like the auditions for sure, which I'm such a terrible judge of it. It's so funny because someone will get up there and they'll start singing. And I go, ugh, awful. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, all four turn around. I go, I guess not. I don't know.
And then I can't name one person that won or did well from The Voice except Morgan Wallen.
Right.
I don't know
right.
anybody else.
I thought Benson Boone was the voice.
No.
No,
He was
that
American Idol
girl.
and he quit.
Oh.
Who's the girl that is now an alien or whatever? The Lopez. Or
Oh,
the,
yeah.
He's an alien?
Yeah.
She dresses weird.
She talks like this.
Yeah.
And she has Sam talk to her.
She had she puts weird eyeballs on her face and stuff.
Nope.
Wait, Carmen, do you know who the hell I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about, but I don't know her name.
Yeah, Sam interviewed her and it was like a FaceTime interview.
Lopez, Mendez, something. It's some sort of
Easy
Hispanic.
Tony
last-
Hinchcliffe.
No, but she was on there and she had like half blonde and half black hair. And
That
she,
sounds a little more
I think
familiar.
played like the ukulele and did something with her foot, and she was very talented.
Right.
Doesn't need all this extra gimmicky stuff, but she's selling out arenas and doing
Yeah.
all kind of. What the hell is her name?
I don't know. I'm trying
Drive me
to.
crazy.
I typed in alien face girl singer and Sabrina Carpenter came up.
Alien Girl, The Voice. Let me see if that comes up.
And if it's okay, Alvin,
Yeah.
I would like to hear you sing the Voice song.
This is the voice.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Nailed
I
it.
got it. I know. I can still do it. Who became famous from The Voice? No, not in there. We can't move on until we know her name.
Yeah.
My wife said to me the other day, I don't dislike Shane Gillis, but I don't like Shane Gillis.
Oh.
No, she's like, I've not watched his specials. I don't know enough about him. She goes, but I can't stop seeing a picture of Shane Gillis and his girlfriend in my feed. And I went, really? Because I like Shane Gillis and I don't get a lot of that.
Right.
Now it's all I'm getting.
Oh,
Shane
yeah?
Gillis and his girlfriend in my feed.
I can't find this girl anywhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's not that important. We'll look it up later.
I gotta know. I gotta know.
I feel like people are screaming at this.
Yeah, I feel like it's something. What hell is that? It's like Maria Lopez or something.
Let's just say that.
Shwimmy Schwammy.
Maria Lopez.
Samsonite. Slappy.
Mike
Slappy.
Yeah, he's never seen.
Slappy Lopez.
Carmen, I can't believe you don't know this.
Yeah, I don't.
You're right.
Oh, here
Why
it
would
is.
I know that?
It's Dingy Lopez.
Because you're young. Somebody get Sam on the phone.
I'm texting her right now.
Text Sam. Yeah. All right. Well,
I said, who's the weird singer alien face you interviewed?
Yes. Thank you. Carmen, Shawn Mendes. Do you like him?
Yes, I do like his songs.
I like him. Why
You
didn't
like
you
him?
ask me?
Well, I was going to.
Oh, sorry.
And by the way, maybe both of you have a shot at him.
I heard.
Yeah,
Shawn Mendes says he is still figuring out his sexuality, saying, quote, I don't really know sometimes, and I know other times, and it feels really scary because we live in a society that has a lot to say about that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares.
I will tell you, Shawn Mendes, I don't give a flying
Yeah.
what
Well,
you do.
I don't either, but it bothers me that he. Well, no, it doesn't bother me. I would say it bothers me that he can get girls like Camila Cabello. Is that who he was with?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sabrina Carpenter.
And he'd be willing to trade that in. But hey, if you can get both, buddy.
Corey
So
Cardinal with the come through. Oh. Corey Cardinal listening to the show. Melanie Martinez.
That's it.
I was close.
Oh, Melanie Martin.
I said Maria Lopez.
You were close.
Melanie Martinez.
I was close to Melanie Martinez.
Yeah, not bad.
If you're alien face, you go with Melanie Martinez?
Well, I don't know what she uses a different name. I don't
It's
know.
Martian Tinez.
Oh, maybe.
Like, you got to change that up.
By the way, speaking of The Voice and speaking of Morgan Wallen just dethroned Shabuzi.
Oh, no.
At the top of the Billboard 100 chart, Morgan's song Love Somebody is now number one, ending a 15-week run at
For
the
Shabuzi?
top by Shabuzi.
Wow.
Yeah, bar song Tipsy. Yeah, 15 weeks. That's pretty good.
That's a good song.
That's a good run, man.
Yeah. I don't know any of the Morgan Wallen songs except for one. The last
The
night
one where
or
he yells
something.
the N-word?
Nope.
that wasn't
Not
a
the one that made
song.
him famous.
Oh,
No.
I thought
That was not a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought that was Gio, I feel like maybe you'll be excited about this. Mike, a little bit. You too. Panic at the Disco will reunite for 2025 When We Were Young Festival. The bill also includes Blink-182, Avril Lavigne, Weezer, The Offspring, The Used, Bad Religion, Yellow Card, Simple Plan, Taking Back Sunday, Plain White Tees, Beartooth, among others, and Jack's Mannequin will reunite for the first time in 9 years.
Why didn't the next big thing get those
Yeah,
guys? I'd go to that show.
When We Were Young 2025 goes down Saturday, October 18th, 2025 at Las Vegas Festival Fairgrounds. Tickets go on sale beginning Friday. So
That's like the entire playlist when I worked at 97X.
right? Yeah, for sure. Yellow Card, Bad Religion.
That's
The
2005 to 2010.
Every one of those bands has played Next Big Thing before.
Yeah.
Beartooth is a newer one, though, aren't they?
Yeah, Beartooth has been around for about 10 years or so, but that's still pretty new compared to the Offspring and Avril Lavigne and all that.
Plain White Tees said they're just going to play Hey There Delilah 4 times in a row.
They have a different song.
Do
hey
they?
There, hey there, Patricia.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there, Deborah.
Yeah.
Panic at the Disco, they were done. They were going to get back together.
Right, yeah. So they're reuniting for this. Panic at the Disco had some really good stuff.
Yeah.
They're a band that was their own thing. You know
Very
what I
good
mean?
live, too, yeah.
And you hear them and you go, "Yep, Panic at the Disco." They had their own sound. They were very different from everybody else. They did a lot of good stuff for sure. Yeah, they were a good band. Finally, in news, if you go to listen, I don't want to talk about your dreams.
I mean,
I feel like you do.
I don't want to talk about your dreams, but I have something about nightmares.
Okay.
So it's different.
I don't have a lot of nightmares.
Well, we don't need to hear about your dreams. You may be living out one of the most common nightmares if you keep hitting your snooze button. You're going to be late for work.
Right.
That's a big thing.
I've
Whatever.
done that.
A poll for Halloween looked at the most common nightmares we have. And waking up late made the top 10. I'll give you that one. But I have the top 10 here of different things. And, and it's not necessarily like demons coming to you. Something that you fear that,
So when I was a kid, I had a dream that I had to take a test and I didn't know the answers.
Yeah. Okay.
And, now,
so, like being unprepared.
yeah, like as an adult, I don't know how to run the board,
Let's see.
which is very realistic.
That's not a nightmare.
Shut your mouth. You're a nightmare. You dingy shirt heaven.
Waking up late was number 8. That was the one
Yeah.
I was talking about. Being unprepared really isn't a thing
in
on
there.
here. No.
There was a time a few years ago, my biggest nightmare, I kept having a car crash.
A
I'd get
car
in
crash?
A really bad accident.
And did you find out what that meant? Was there any
No.
meaning behind that?
If your father locked up girls in a cage
Not true.
in Cleveland.
It
Did
meant
not happen.
maybe use some bleach on your shirts every once in a while.
What about a car crash and what about falling?
Falling. Let's see. I think falling is on here. I think I saw it. Let's see. Falling actually Number 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, whenever you wake up and you're like, oh, I was falling. 65% have had a nightmare about falling from a significant height.
That's happened to me where I wake up, I go, whoa. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You do that jump.
Yeah.
You're probably dying.
Probably.
I used to have a dream that we'd go up a big hill, and it'd be like a roller coaster on the other end of the hill where you'd wake up falling, And in the dream, we were always going to my grandmother's house. And I told this to my mother one time, and my mother said, when you were little and your grandmother lived in a different part of New Jersey, there was a big hill, and you used to get scared when we went up the hill. And I didn't know that. And
Did she tell you it's just like a roller coaster or something?
No, but she said that exactly because my grandmother was my favorite person. Why would I fear going to her house like in my dreams?
Right.
But it didn't have anything to do with that. I was afraid of that hill. But you know what? Once my mother told me, I didn't have that dream anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Gio, what do you think? Number 1 for you.
Well, I've had dreams.
I'm sorry, what, Carmen?
Dying.
Number 3, dying. Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Dreaming that you're dying.
Has anybody had a dream before where you committed a crime and you're trying to figure out how to get out of it? And you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? And then you wake up and you're like, was that real? And you're trying to think of a way to
I've murdered people in my dreams.
So have I.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I thought, oh my God. And I was like, instantly regret. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? I'm going to prison.
Yep. The reality that you're got to go to jail now. Yep.
And I'm like, contemplating, okay, what do I need to do to try and beat this?
Yeah.
Murder.
I've never dreamt that I murdered somebody.
Like,
you relive it.
I didn't dream the actual murder, but I knew that I had murdered.
It had happened.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of that.
Yeah. Falling is number 1. Number 3 is dying. You want to go through some of the other ones? Any other guesses?
I did have a dream the other night that my wife was eaten by an alligator.
Oh.
Nightmare. Okay,
Yeah.
so how about this one? Number 9, a loved one passing away.
Yeah.
That could be.
A lot of girls have the cheating dream.
Oh yeah, you
just
do.
girls.
Yeah, especially when they see me, right, Carmen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had how you dream you're naked? Like that's sometimes you're
Right,
naked.
like
I don't dream of you naked.
No, you don't lie. I have a detachable penis sometimes. Yeah, it comes off like at a joint.
Doesn't that mean something specific?
Yeah, that does.
They are whipped.
Can I?
No. It's like something with your mother. I thought.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something so funny? Is that my wife said the other day that she keeps having dreams about her teeth, and I said, "Do you know what that means?"
Yeah,
I said,
know
that
what it means.
something to do with your friends. You feel like your friends don't trust you.
Your friends are betraying you.
That's what I feel. And she goes, "It does." I go, "Yeah, you know how I know that?" She goes, "How?" I go, "Because I told that to Scott Stapp, and he opened up a dream book, and in his kitchen he read the dream interpretation to me." And she goes, "Oh," and I go, "How many people in the world have ever said that sentence?" Scott Stapp interpreted my dream in his kitchen one time.
Yeah,
with a book.
I always thought teeth and mouth stuff was lying about you're holding a lie.
No, well, according to Scott Stapp, it meant that your friends were betraying you.
Yeah. A third of us have had a bad dream about our teeth falling out.
Oh.
So a lot of people have that dream. Around 1 in 4 have had a nightmare about their spouse leaving them.
Oh,
that's another thing.
That's not a nightmare.
So number 10 is being injured. Number 9 is a loved one being passing away, or maybe being eaten by an alligator.
I worry about my kids sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8 is waking up late. Do you dream that you wake up late and you're like, oh no, you never do. Number 7, missing an important event. Number 5, being attacked. I'm sorry, that was number 6. Number 5, feeling trapped. Number 4, feeling lost. Number 3, dying. Number 2, being chased.
I do get lost a lot.
Yeah.
I get dreams that I'm lost.
And the number 1 is falling. By the way, also, some of the less common ones, 14% have had a nightmare about car trouble. 12% have had a dream about where they couldn't find their car. 7% have had a bad dream about a tech malfunction. And 5% had a nightmare about going bald.
You know what I can't do in my dreams? I can't type I can't write my name down or a phone number or something like that. Like I can't write. Like they've given me a pen and paper and I can't get the numbers to. I'd write it and it'll go curvy and I just can't write in my dreams.
That's a real nightmare.
Yeah. Well, you know.
There you go. That is it for news.
All right, Galvin. Thank you. We must take a break. We'll get some commercials in and when we come back, Galvin's got a brand new open letter that happens next on 102.5 The Bone. Not too early to start shopping for Christmas.
Oh, not too early at all.
Oh, you should definitely start doing that now.
Oh, I am, Carmen. I am. I bought a Christmas gift yesterday.
We're getting packages, and I said to my wife, I go, "Is it Christmas?" I go, "Is that what's going on?" And she goes, "Actually, they are Christmas presents." I go,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
See?
allow it. I'll allow it."
See?
Are we going to choose to get gifts for each other like we usually
Here?
do?
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah.
Yeah.
We always do that the week after Thanksgiving, Gio.
All right.
We're a little ahead.
Well, a lot of things have
schedule.
changed as of late, so I want to know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was counting on my Deadpool money. So as soon as you guys pay that up, I'll buy you gifts.
Well, I'm glad I didn't play.
Which, by the way, we didn't even talk about that. Terry Garr died. You had Terry Garr.
Oh, she's on my thing?
She's on your list. Yeah, I totally forgot.
I was so far ahead of everybody, I didn't even know.
Yeah, I sent the group text the other day that more points for Mike.
If you don't know, you don't get the points.
Yeah,
that should be.
we should do that.
That's why we have a commissioner, my friend. That's why we have a commissioner.
Yeah, Randy actually is the one who let me know that Terry Garr, you got 46 points.
Wow.
You have 46
Just
points for so now you're up to 300.
Original pick.
359 points. Currently in second place is never mind. And then in second place is Carmen with 173 points.
And what do I have?
You have 359. Yeah, that's pretty good. Going into November, it's pretty good. That's
I'm
going to
take some of my money from the death pool and pay the football. What?
Oh, I thought you were going to take some of your money and get Carmen clean clothes.
No.
My clothes are clean.
No, I like dingy Carmen now. It's grew on me.
Wait, what?
Maybe the homemade detergent's not really getting things done.
My
that's
clothes
probably
are
it.
clean.
No.
Yes.
It's never you that knows
can't
you
say
smell.
no.
It's never you that knows you smell. You have to wait till other people tell you
I
you
don't smell.
No, you don't
You can't smell me in my pictures.
You don't
so-
smell. You don't smell. I'm just saying it's like you never know that you're the dirty one.
Right. But listen, I'm aware that I wear too big of t-shirts. I'm the one who picks them out that way. I like loose fitting clothes. I don't like tight clothes. And
Same.
that is
Holly does.
yeah, go for it. Whatever.
Tight.
Yeah, if that's what you like and that's
It
what
is
you
what I like.
enjoy,
I do enjoy it.
then that's what you should wear. I sit in a room by myself and I like to be
Are you
comfortable.
protesting? Is that what it is?
No.
Yeah, I'm in a room by myself, so I'm going to be here and stinky and dingy.
Again, not stinky. I take showers regularly.
But
With fake
Ew.
soap. Fake soap.
Not fake soap. What fake soap
I don't
are
know.
you
I see you mixing
Exist.
things with oars in a bucket.
Oh.
So what is that? Why is that fake?
Fake soap. You're like, I like to combine Dawn with.
Not how that
You know
works.
who's
With
making
borax.
soap now and gave me a bunch of the homemade soap?
Who?
Junk jockeys.
Oh, really?
Call them dingy
No,
and gross
those guys
and
know.
old
They're
and smelly.
scientists.
Oh,
They're
no,
making
wait.
like bar soap, and
Yeah.
it's really good.
They're scientists.
They use people's junk.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
ground it up and then make it
Wouldn't
into
that
soap.
be great if they were
That's not-
recycling people's things and making soap?
It was like
That's
some
what I did with my
apple
mother's
bourbon
ashes.
soap.
When I was younger, even when I was younger, I knew that this was wrong. My dad took a bunch of, you know how you get down to the last sliver of
Yeah.
soap and you throw that out. Whatever. He took a bunch of those, put it in a blender with water. I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm making some liquid soap. And I go, that's not going to
Yeah.
work.
You
He
built new soap.
just ground it all up.
Was a thing like in the 80s that when they were teaching people how to be frugal, they would take all the little soaps,
Smash them together?
and that you didn't squeeze the toothpaste from the middle, you squeezed it from the bottom and worked its way up because you were wasting toothpaste.
Yeah.
That was when everybody was trying to save money in the 80s.
Do you
by
have one of
doing
those
that.
toothpaste things that goes on the end and
No.
you squeeze down? I
No.
love those things.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
great.
I know what they are, but I don't have one. Interesting.
I thought Carmen didn't wear deodorant.
I don't.
Yeah, see?
Well, what does that mean?
Grumpy. You know
I
what I
still
mean.
take showers. I take like 2 to 3 showers a day.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You take 2 to 3 showers a day.
Yes.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie. Sometimes
Doctor
I'll-
prescribed?
Nope. Sometimes I'll take one in the morning if I have time. But if not, after work, after here, I usually go to the gym and then I shower at the gym
No.
because after that gym, I go to my second job.
I don't believe
Yes, I do take a shower. And then after that,
Please
after
don't say
my
second job. Everybody gets mad at me.
Why? That's
because
what it
you
is.
have a second
It's
job and
yeah.
everybody gets mad at me because I have 11
Well,
refrigerators.
Oh, well.
It's really
it-
13.
Yeah, that's, you deal with it.
I don't-
I have, so after job number 1 here at the station, I go to the gym and I take a shower because then I go to the office of my second job. And yes, I shower because I work around other people and
They
I
send
don't
you
just
the
go
stinky
home.
girl?
Yeah.
I don't go.
Is there,
no.
Hey,
is there a
listen.
comment box of that job?
And then
Please shower before you come to the office.
And then after after that job, I go home, I eat dinner, and then I take another shower because I always take a shower before bed.
Nope.
So 2 to 3 showers a day.
doesn't believe
I don't
is
believe
what-
it.
Okay.
I don't
Listen.
believe. I believe you change that dingy shirt after the gym and you just put on deodorant and you're like, I'm fine.
Maybe
Again, I don't wear deodorant.
maybe double the borax into the
Yeah.
That's
homemade
not how that
deodorant.
works either.
Yeah, a little fantastic. Some Windex in there, you'll be fine.
double up the recipe.
Some
So
Ajax.
Death Pool. So you have Mike is in first, Carmen's in second, Tony Burton is in third.
Wow, I don't know.
Isn't that a surprise? He was doing so terribly.
Bitch
before.
better have my money.
And then in fourth place is me, followed by Gio with 61 points.
Not playing.
You are playing.
Nope.
Pap has 52, and Ian Beckles, the worst player in league history, has 0 points.
If we gave you Mike Martin, you still wouldn't be winning.
Yeah, that's true.
So you could have it. You want Mike Martin, you could have him.
What's that?
You want Mike Martin, you could have Mike Martin.
With the called shot, sure.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Wait. You're giving him points?
No, he's still not going to catch up to me, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
What is, how many points was that?
We'll find out. I'll talk to the commissioner.
Nah. I by the way, I don't agree with that.
No. Okay. Well, everybody has to agree. So.
Again, it's rigged against me
Of
for usable. Out of spite.
What? Spite for what?
Spite for me.
How well you do?
No.
Interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check in. And Galvin, he's got a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin. This is an open letter to things you should know by now. Dear things you should know by now. Seriously? How many times in my life am I going to have to deal with someone that is trying to get on the elevator when I'm trying to get off the elevator? How about you give it a second? The elevator doors start to open. Maybe you don't have to immediately jump in and try and push through like you're Jack Nicholson in The Shining trying to get through the bathroom door to kill Wendy. You would think that a 50-year-old person would know that. But it happens to me more often than Mike lies to comedians about going to see their show when they're in town.
That's a lot.
And that's a lot. How about you don't crowd me at the ATM? I was at Hard Rock the other day, surprise, surprise, and I was getting money out of the ATM. And there was an old man standing so close behind me, I could tell that he was uncircumcised. Back up, Ira. You don't need to be that close. Hey, Galvin, who is the original drummer from Rush? This is an actual DM that I got on Instagram. So someone typed this on their phone and decided to send it to me instead of taking it to Google. How unbelievable is that? You could have copied and pasted it in Google. You can't possibly think that there is something that you should ask me instead of asking Google, right? The amount of things that people should and could ask Google instead of DMing me is absolutely astounding. When you're pulling out onto a 3-lane road and you have to get in the far left lane, maybe don't sit there and wait for 17 minutes for all the cars to stop and have perfect traffic for you to pull out and block all the cars behind you. Maybe just a tiny bit of consideration for your fellow human beings would be nice. Also, maybe that way you wouldn't have to get an entire new paint job on your car because when you piss me off and I whip a handful of change at your car as I zoom past you because you blocked me from getting to the casino in a timely manner. And nobody stops baby from getting to the casino in a timely manner. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to things you should know by now.
Oh, so how was Ira?
Unbelievable. I mean, I could smell like what he had for lunch. I was like, bro, back it up.
Not, especially at an ATM. Give me some breathing room over here.
And you know what? I hit him with the Vince Vaughn. I go, just about here is good. And just push him back a little. I go, just about that much space.
You ever
is
do
good.
a lot of? I do this at the casino when somebody's taking forever at the ATM. I wait and I go, what do we opening a mortgage over here?
Yeah.
We taking a second mortgage out? What's going on?
Corporate takeover?
Jesus. I mean, people really do spend way too much time up there. Like they've never taken money out before.
Right. And just so confused and stuff. But also the elevator thing drives me crazy. And it happens more often than just people waiting.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Like, it's a simple rule. Just give it a second. Stand to the left.
Yeah.
And just wait for a second. That is really weird. All right, Galvin, thank you. Our phone number, if you'd like to get through to us, phone number, not numbers. We only have one. 800-771-1025. That's 800-771-1025. I'd like to also remind you that we're available on Instagram at The Mike Calta Show, and you can currently watch this show as it's being broadcast live in its video form on YouTube at calta.tv, CALTA.tv. Go give us a like and a subscribe and be our friend and do all that other cool stuff. I must take a break, get some commercials in, and we'll be back. It is the Mike Calta Show, and this is 102.5 The Bone. I will grab your phone calls. Again, 800-771-1025 is the phone number. Sam, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, Sammy?
Hey, morning, Mike. Hey, love you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, so last week you guys were talking about something that you had done in the past where two guys were making out with makeup, and you said you wouldn't be making out with no guys. So,
yeah,
what if you were at a Pearl Jam concert?
Yeah.
And you had a few beers.
Yeah.
And you got backstage.
Talk slower, Sam.
You got backstage, and there's Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
And he wants to make out with you.
Would I then make out with Eddie Vedder?
What would you do?
Yeah. Like he wants to tongue kiss me, or he just wants to like hang on me a little bit?
He wants to juggle your uvula with his tongue.
What? That is aggressive.
Does he sing to me first?
He'll take requests.
Ooh.
Well, the singing's afterwards.
I got you. Like kind of the soothe me.
Yeah, it's like...
Sam, as much as I would like to give you an answer that is exciting and titillating, I am not attracted to men, even a man who I find handsome. I don't want to kiss in any reason. I know this because my wife and I had this conversation where we were watching The Voice.
About making out with Eddie Vedder?
No.
As one does.
Gwen Stefani was on television, and I said, Gwen Stefani's so gorgeous. And I looked at my wife and I said, what about her? She's so gorgeous. Would you make out with her? And my wife said to me in the most clear and decisive, she said, who's the hottest guy you'd make out with? And I go, I'm not making out with any guys. And she goes, exactly. And I go, okay, I get it. I'm not attracted to men. Even when I know a guy is handsome and I admire a guy, I still don't want to make out with him. And beer does not make me gay. I can tell you about that. I can have a whole lot of beers and I'm not like, let me just try it one time. But no, I would have to turn down Mr. Vedder's request, although I don't really think that would ever happen.
Now, would your wife make out with Eddie Vedder?
It wouldn't make me mad if she did. I don't want her to, but if she says I succumbed, like my wife loves Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block. She doesn't like Eddie Vedder at all. And she's gone to New Kids on the Block shows before. And I said, if you came home and you said to me, I went backstage and Joey McIntyre and I made out, I would let that slide. Are you a married?
So what if she made out with Eddie Vedder and then made out with you?
Right after. I'd be fine with that because I'm still just making out with my wife.
Hey, Sam, what's going on in your life, buddy? What's happening over there? I feel like Sam doesn't have his pants on. And then I asked Mike, would he make out with him?
This is the weirdest Reddit forum I've ever heard of ever.
Getting wild, buddy.
Well, when we have more time, I'll tell you about Miami.
Did you make out with Eddie Vedder?
How was it?
Not Eddie Vedder, no.
I want to know. Who did you make out with?
The 80s, Miami, a little bit of,
Yeah? Do what you got to do, buddy. I'm not here to judge.
Joe, you did that.
No, I didn't.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate the call, buddy, and the emotions that you conjured up.
Hey, was that Sam Mendes?
Sean Mendes,
damn it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the kiss for kiss guys are still out there. I'm surprised they've never called back into the show or talked about it.
Their picture is up on you know what, Gio, let's talk about this for a second. Their picture's up on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. I often wonder why why is not the reason. Thank God is more the mentality, but I often wonder how girls from the past, like when Pete and I lived together and we had a good run and we did some weird stuff, not with each other, but to girls, like they don't call the show. We did. There's two instances. We had one time the very first time we were doing Under Oath, a guy called up and he goes, "Hey, did you know this girl? And this was her name, and she was from here." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Did you ever hook up with her?" I go, "Oh yeah, all the time." And he goes, "That's what I thought." And I go, "Why?" And he goes, "I was her boyfriend."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, dude."
Well, because now they've got families,
Right, but I'm
probably
not saying the
They don't
girl
wanna
should call up and be
put it
like,
out there.
"Remember when I tag teamed you and Pete back in the day?" Like, I'm not looking at that, but like Pete and I have stories from when we lived in Clearwater together. Most of them were engineered by Pete. I was more on the shyer end, if you'd believe that or not. Pete was just fearless when it came to girls. And there's this great story that Pete and I still continue to tell because we had it from both of our perspectives. Pete came in and he goes, "I got this girl coming over." We had an apartment it had a living room in the middle and our bedrooms on either side, and it was like an equal apartment. And Pete came in my bedroom and he goes, "I got this girl coming over." And I said, "Okay." He goes, "She wants tickets to go see the band Boston." And I said, "Great." And he goes, "I'm gonna hook her up with tickets." And I go, "Cool." I'm like, "What is she gonna do stuff for tickets?" Like, I don't know how that really works. That's just stuff I hear about on the radio and movies and stuff. So we lived in an apartment that you had to be buzzed.
So we're at the Boston show.
We live in an apartment that you have to be buzzed in and then come upstairs to the door and then the door. So the phone rang, his phone, for somebody to be buzzed in. And I went, "Oh, she came, you know?"
You said, "Hello, Ticketmaster."
No, I was in my room. Sleeping and laying down in bed. It was in the afternoon. And I heard a girl talking and they were in the living room and I was like, wow. I'm like, I didn't think this really panned through. And we're talking about 1996, right? And then all of a sudden, it's been like, I feel like an hour and I don't hear anything. It's been silent. And I go, what do you think is going on? Do you think they're in Pete's room? So I walk out of the bedroom and I go into the living room and there's this girl, beautiful blonde girl with giant breasts. And she's sitting there topless. And Pete has got one hand on each breast and like he's tuning in Tokyo. And I walk out of the bed. This is I'm like 20 something years old. I walk out of the bedroom. I look over at Pete. He's holding on. He looks at me without skipping a beat, just looks up at me and goes, "Get a load of these." And to this day, it's like one of my favorite stories.
It's like an old 80s comedy.
Yeah. And like that girl, I'm surprised, never called the show and said, "Hey, I'm the girl that got Boston tickets and Pete was tuning in Tokyo when you walked in the room."
Yeah.
Like one of those sort of things.
Why would you call about that?
That's the thing.
Not specifically that, Carmen. I'm just saying, like those. There were a lot of those type of stories. You know,
But again,
what
like I said, they're all adults now. They probably got families.
That's
that got,
more of a reason why I think it's funnier now. Like when I was a kid, like some guy called up one time. He goes, "Hey, my wife says that you guys hooked up one time in the 90s." And I said, "What's her name?" And he was like, "Oh yeah." I go, "That's pretty funny." But like that's pretty funny to me.
No mom of 3 teenagers wants to call into a radio show and say, "Hey, some guy, was diddling my ninnies for some Boston tickets back in the 90s."
Those are the stories that you
And
like
his
really
roommate,
suppress.
Yeah, and his roommate came out and watched.
No, I didn't watch. I just walked out ignoring it.
But if you were in that scenario as a woman, you probably don't have great judgment to begin with. So you're like, "Hey, why not call it a radio show?"
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you think about all the dumb things we did, like on spring break and stuff, like, oh my God, remember that time we did this? Like I'm not saying I hope all those girls call in. I'm just surprised we don't get more of those every once in a while.
I would imagine they're not exactly proud of those moments.
Or they kill themselves by now.
Right. The memory.
If only we had an 800 number, 800-771-1025. I don't know. I just these are things that I think about.
Like guys are more proud of those moments than I think maybe women.
But they're not necessarily like sexual conquest. They're just like I had a girl come over one time. She was her and her friend and somebody else came over and they were just boring. It was going nowhere, and we started dozing off and falling asleep. And all of a sudden, I could hear like, and I knew that was the distinct sound of my CDs. She was going through my CDs. I'm like, this bitch is stealing CDs. So I went inside and.
Did you ever a CDs nuts joke?
No. I went inside and her purse was on the couch, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to grab this pillow." And I grabbed the pillow and her purse at the same time. And I went in my bedroom. I looked in there, and sure enough, she had some of my CD singles that I got
Crash test dummies.
Wow.
Probably something along those lines.
Yeah.
Maybe Counting Blue Cars.
Yeah.
One of those
Some
kind of-
Swalla.
Yeah.
Some of those radio only singles.
Yeah. Promo only.
For radio play only.
And I lived at the 4th floor of the of the apartment building, and I walked out there with her purse in my hand, and I opened the sliding glass door, and she was looking at me, and I whipped her purse over the side, and I go, "You want to follow it over the side? Steal some more CDs," and then she just ran out of the
Back
apartment.
then, CDs were 20, 25, $30 a piece.
And I had probably 3,000 of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised that bitch hasn't called up and been like, "I was trying to steal CDs from your apartment one time. You threw my purse off the balcony." Like, those sort of
Why
things.
would you admit to this?
I don't know.
I said they're cool stories for you, but on the flip
not
side,
for anybody else.
nobody wants to admit that.
Me and Carl went over to a girl's house after a show one night. We did a show on a Saturday night, went over to the girl's house. I've told this story before. She had a colostomy bag, and her husband came. Her husband came home, and we were in our house in the middle of the night, and I just jumped up and said that we were on beer patrol, and they were the last stop. We dropped off some beer, and I was like, "See you later." Like, I'm surprised that guy doesn't call and go, "We really dropping off beer? It was your friend banging my wife in her clostomy
He doesn't
bag?"
want to know.
Yeah, probably doesn't. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, by the way, Gio, Diddling My Ninnies for Boston tickets was the name of my Kansas cover band. Great.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I've heard of you guys.
Diddling My Ninnies.
Man, we were huge, just mostly on the elementary school circuit, but we were still
sure.
big.
Gotcha.
Hey,
Always been a fan.
If I could ask, thanks a bunch. If I could ask a favor, and I try to follow the amendments really close, and I try to make the best decision I can. And on the Amendment 3, I've been pretty much in support of it, but my wife told me that on the way to work yesterday, she heard y'all talking, and you didn't seem in support of it. And not that the number one rated morning show in Tampa Bay makes my political decisions or anything.
Right.
But I was curious if y'all could tell me what it was you were talking about, and if she misunderstood you, or if there was some newfound information I wasn't aware of.
I was saying yesterday that it's not that I'm not in support of it. I'm for legal marijuana, but that there were some of the things in there that we were talking about that that we didn't feel it was being perceived as giving full freedom to everybody to just freely smoke marijuana and grow marijuana and all that, and it doesn't. There's only, I think it was 22 people that have the license to sell it, and whether or not that would cause the prices to go up. And we were just exploring some of the things. I wasn't fully sold on it. And also, I'm taking into consideration as a non-pot smoking person, what is it going to be like now to just go to parks and events and things like that? Not that I'm hanging out at the park, but just like a bunch of people smoking weed all the time. And do we really want that? And we were just discussing that yesterday on the show. I think that if you're for, I think the bottom line is that if you're for, if you're a weed smoker, it's probably smart for you to vote yes and make that amendment. Make marijuana legal. I got a lot of feedback from people yesterday saying that I was spreading misinformation, and I'm not. I was just giving you my opinion on it, and I don't necessarily believe that it's a bad thing. I just had some questions about the way they were presenting it.
Also, another thing is Google it and read it. And
well, he wanted to know why we were against it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Specifically, one of the things that I found the most interesting is the biggest financial backers of the against the Third Amendment are the people that aren't in on the ground floor. So they're making commercials saying, "Hey, it's going to smell like dope and all this stuff's going to happen," but it's because they don't. They just want to get their beak wet. They want to get their foot in the door, and that big part of the sport there. And of course, it's an extremely weird thing in the overall scope of things, and not that it compares to Amendment number 4, but like you pointed out, I mean, I'm not a dope smoker, so I don't really. It's weird that I have that I'm going to help make this decision.
Yeah, but you are affected by it.
Thing.
You are affected by it, but if you think about it, those commercials that make you think that the whole place is going to smell and all that stuff. I mean, it's probably going to be a lot similar to the way it was with cigar smoke. You don't always love cigar smoke in places, but it's not very often, and you kind of get used to it. I think it's probably more of a huge step in marijuana being legal, and I definitely think it's better that people who need it and use it will have access to it, and there'll be less of a stigma that they're doing something illegal or doing something wrong. So, that was what we were discussing yesterday. I wasn't necessarily trying to change anybody's mind on it, but I appreciate you calling.
No problem. If I could also say one thing, and I certainly was not a Trump supporter in his in his previous run, but I grew to be pretty fond of him as president, the things that he did and stuff. And not that you would remember it, but I called in and I had the biggest fear that he was going to run and get everybody excited and then just hand it to Hillary Clinton. And but that turned out not to be the situation at all. And I believe that for all the talk about how non-presidential he was, I think that he made some of the most independent decisions that a president's made in a long time. And I've been very worried about this election. But the news yesterday that Rogan wanted to interview Kamala, and that she said, if you fly here, I'll give you a limited hour.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows anything about the world today and knows that somebody told Joe Rogan that they weren't interested in doing a show, I feel very comfortable about the election now.
Yeah.
And I think that we will see a 3-hour interview with Kamala and Joe Rogan in the coming days, because somebody's going to figure out what a monumental misstep that was.
Well,
I think it's too late.
I know JD Vance is going on
Rogan.
On Rogan, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I don't think that they're. Yeah. I don't think she'll do it. I think now it would look even dumber for her now, because they said she said what, it would only be an hour she'd give him.
Yeah, she said they only had an hour and he wanted
he
more.
needed to fly to her house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't listen, if Joe Rogan called me and said, I need you here in 3 hours, I'll give you 3 hours. I'll be like, all right, I'll take it. I'll take all. Hey, I appreciate the call, buddy, and thank you and good luck. Did you vote yet, or are you going to vote?
No, man, it's kind of old fashioned, but I like voting on election day. I like the whole pomp and circumstance and the sticker and all that nonsense.
I get you. I appreciate the call, brother. Thank you, and good luck with your ninnies band.
I thought about going yesterday, and I drove by, and there was a big ass line out the door.
The closer you wait.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I'm not going right now.
Don't wait for the weekend. That's even worse.
I want to be able to walk in and walk right back out.
That's what we did. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. It's Sherman from Sarasota. I just wanted to speak quickly to the marijuana issue.
Yeah.
I am in favor of it, and I'm not. I'm such an infrequent pot smoker that I'm not really a pot smoker, but I'm in favor of it. But two things: it is a flawed bill. There is some, it goes to big business. But I tell you, though, Florida. Some municipalities have decriminalized it on the books, but Florida in general has some tough possession for your personal use laws on the books.
Yeah.
So we've got to get it free from a recreational level, and then maybe down the road we can fix it a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you, and most people say that like it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly. I do understand, though, about the smell. I was up in New York City a few weeks ago, and I'm telling you, everywhere you walk, and I actually like the smell of it, but it was to the point where it was obnoxious.
It's everywhere, and it's been that way.
Walk is weed.
It was that way before. It was like when they were making it medicinally legal. It started to stink that way already.
I was there in spring break last year, and you couldn't get away from it.
Yeah,
and no matter where you walked. Even in the park. I was in the park, and it was like everywhere.
It seems to be in parking garages a lot. You smell it like crazy.
Yeah. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just had a couple of comments about lifeguard imaging.
Yeah, go ahead.
My significant other and I went for the free upper scan, and the people there are awesome, had great results. I ended up signing up for the 5-year.
I mean, once you see what they do, you kind of want to know for the next couple of years that you're going to be in great shape.
Well, I was adopted and didn't have any medical records, nothing. It was more for peace of mind. I'm 59 years old.
Smart.
And I came back with a 3.13.
Nice.
And with all the pizza that I eat and everything I do, it was amazing. The only downfall is I didn't get to meet Martine, but I just want to plug them. Awesome place, awesome people, and they do an awesome job.
Good. Glad you had a good experience and a good score, sir. And do you do 23andMe or no? Like one of those DNA testing?
I've been putting it off, but now that I've done this, I'm very tempted to go ahead and do it. And my wife is pushing me to do it. So I guess I'm going to sit down this week and go ahead and do it.
I never thought about it. I never considered that. My stepmother was adopted, and I remember she wanted to do it, and her main thing was she wasn't trying to find her parents. She was trying to find her medical history, and I wondered, you never know if you have a proclivity to cancer or something along those lines that you want to be prepared for.
Well, my sister did it, and my sister was also adopted. We're not blood related at all. They're two different families. And she found sisters and her mother, her original birth mother. She spent holidays with them, and it turned out that it was a great experience for her.
Yeah, good.
So that's pushing me to do it.
All right, hey, good luck to you, man. Thanks for giving us a heads up on Lifeguard.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. What if you did it and you found out your mother was the one that showed your ninnies to Pete for Boston?
Wait.
That'd be really disappointing.
Okay, question about the Amendment 3.
Yes.
What is the difference between smelling cigarette smoke and weed smoke?
None. Cigarette smoke's way grosser.
So, I mean, I know, but that's like the argument that everyone keeps bringing
It
up.
has
Is
a
I don't want
distinct smell.
I think the problem is you no matter what, you still got inconsiderate jerk offs that don't care about other people and are going to blow smoke in your face. At
100%. But you're going to get that whether it's cigarette smoke or weed smoke.
No,
You
it
know what I mean?
stinks. Yeah, I mean, like, but that's why I said cigar smoke, because cigar smoke is very distinctive. You know, it's a cigar and not a cigarette, and it's disruptive to some people. They don't like it, and I think that's how it's going to be with the weed. But I think you'll get used to it.
And-
I think,
And I think that's why we also have you can't smoke in public restaurants and places. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain area that you go and smoke. Some people abide by that now and some people don't. So I feel like it may, like in the beginning, you'll notice it a lot more. But after a year or so, I think it will just be like cigarette smoke or cigar smoke.
probably. I'm sure the people in New York are probably way more used to it than the people who just show up there for the weekends.
Right.
Oh. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta, Medicine Man?
Hi, Medicine Man. Where do you stand on Amendment 3?
You know, this keeps confusing everybody. I go past so many dispensaries, and some said vote yes, and some of them said vote no. It's confusing the hell out of people now.
And what would you do? Are you a pot smoker? I don't know that you're necessarily a weed guy.
You know, I only smoke pot when people offer it to me. I never buy it.
Right. You never buy anything.
Didn't think so.
Shocker.
Yeah, it's like people share it to me because I'm Medicine Man.
Yeah, I understand.
Man, the legend.
I would not.
In his hand.
I would make out with Eddie Vedder after my wife, then suck on a joint after it's been through your mouth.
Wow.
I'm supposed to have a dentist appointment, but I came down with some kind of nasty virus, and I got to get this thing checked out.
You realize 90% of the time we talk to you, you have some sort of virus or something wrong with you.
No, but I've been having some type of stomach virus for the last few days, and all
Seems like the last 14 years.
My sinuses feel weird too because it's like cold, wet feeling in my nose. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get it through the lifeguard machine.
Yeah, we got to get you in lifeguard imaging. Would you do that? Would you go on the lifeguard imaging machine?
Yeah, I've been to those things before. I would go to it.
We should really arrange that. I would take you to do that. Yeah. I bet you he's just solid. He has a 0 score, and he's probably in great shape.
Probably.
And he's got fisherman hands. All right.
Yeah, I got giant hands. They look like reptilian hands now.
You do have reptilian hands. It's gross. All right, Medicine Man. Have a good day. Good talking to you.
I love how his conversations go. He has a plan in his head of what he wants to talk about. And you can say something completely off topic and he goes, yeah, I'm not feeling well. But like nothing to do with what you said.
No, he does not listen at all. No. All right, we got to take a break. We're up against the clock. We got some phone calls on hold. If you want to get through, 800-771-1025. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. You know when you have to fart really bad?
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
gamble and lose.
SpaghettiOs.
Went to Vegas.
When you you feel it and you're like, I'm about to blast a big one. I keep getting ready to do that, and you know I fart during the morning show because I'm filled with air.
Yeah, we're aware. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it comes out like this.
No, it comes out like this.
Yeah. I don't do farts very good. And then, but now I feel like I have to put out but every time I do it, I keep getting it. Like something's clogging the hole.
Oh.
Something's clogging it.
Joe, take a look. See what's
Sitting
going
on
on.
a point.
I'm not just sitting on it, Joe. I feel like, because I'm leaning up a little.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's something going on.
Aren't you glad you're not here, Carmen?
I mean,
This will get a shirt dingy.
I wouldn't mind some of that mac and cheese, though. You know what I'm saying?
Ew, 7-day-old mac and cheese.
I'll save you some.
Listen, 7-day-old mac and cheese from the brisket shop is still worth rolling the dice on. It really is.
If there's no mold, it's good.
Yeah.
We're afraid to look.
You guys still haven't got it out of the oven?
That's Amanda's job. She knows about it now. I'm out.
Oh, my God.
Same for the clean ladies.
You're the worst.
Well, I mean, like I told her in the last break, I'm sure she took care of it.
Yeah.
But you're the one who brought it home.
To feed the family.
You brought it home.
And they irresponsibly left it in the oven.
You left it.
No, I didn't. But I didn't.
Yes, did you put it in the oven?
No, she did. I told her to put it in there so that the dogs didn't eat it.
Okay, you brought it home.
Yep.
You remembered that it was in the oven. You throw it away.
I will remember you.
You guys are the worst.
That's a lady's job.
Yeah, come on.
Exactly.
It's in the kitchen. Duh.
Men are too busy being billionaires.
That's right. Catherine.
Oh.
Oh, did you hear that?
No, stop. Come
No,
on.
I didn't.
What's happening with you?
You don't even know what happened. I could have been. My stomach just went. Bloop. That's all it was. My stomach
absorbing
went,
it.
All right.
I have a feeling
It's going to go in your bloodstream.
It's going to end in me running out of here.
Oh, boy.
At some point. Briskly walking to the bathroom.
Tightly walking.
Most likely falling over something. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. Gus, good morning. Hello, Gus.
Hey, guys. That's funny you said Gus. That's my nickname because of that stupid mouth from Cinderella. I was a fat baby.
Yeah. What's happening?
Hey, I love the show. You guys are cool. By the way, I don't know who screened me, but tell her to cheer up a little bit. Some worse than a 911 operator.
Yeah. She's very busy. She's got a lot going on.
I agree.
I know. I love you guys. Listen, the Amendment 3 thing, I was only calling on that briefly. I used to live in Portland, Maine for a few years where I used to grow my own, legally, of course. The whole amendment thing right now, I want everybody to have it legally. Of course I do. That'd be really cool. However, this one's kind of screwed, man. You got to read the fine print. The whole thing's backward.
Why?
They're controlling. Well, because they're controlling the entire operation, output, sales. Without saying a name that everybody doesn't know, John Morgan.
Right.
He owns the largest license hold in the entire state of Florida.
Yeah.
He's basically monopolizing with 3 other licenses. There's 4 people total that are monopolizing the entire state.
That's exactly what I said
So
yesterday.
they're saying it's legal, but you can only get it from us.
Right.
And they're not liable for anything. But you can brew your own beer and wine in Florida, right? Why can't you grow your own weed then?
Right. It's
the whole thing is
people are settling by saying that it's a step in the right direction, which is what I said earlier. Yes, it's a step. It makes it legal. It's a step in the right direction, but it's not as freeing as the commercial makes it seem it is.
I mean, it's so easy to go get your med card right now. I mean, you don't even need an excuse. You just walk in and say, I want one. They give it to you.
Yeah, but the problem is
it's
that
already legal now.
you have to pay for that, and that's what people's biggest argument is, that they get to get your card is
Really?
expensive.
You can't afford $160 a year? Come on, man.
I don't know how much it costs.
People
I never
pay more
tried
for
to do
that
it.
than the NFL package.
Yeah.
I will
That's
tell
true.
you that you have to update it, and you have to go, and you have to do the doctor's thing, and the doctor has stuff.
believe me, I'm all about it, buddy. I know I've got one.
Don't call me buddy.
It's just like, okay, I'm sorry.
Guy.
I do love you guys. Galvin, you're awesome.
Thank
I know. Call me guy. But anyway, I love you guys, and everything's cool, but I don't like it when they're going to sit there and they're going to put their hand around your neck and say, go for it.
There's
but they're
always a
holding on to
catch.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for the heads
That's
up,
why
Gus.
I voted no on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate the heads up. See,
Gus Swayze checking in.
Everything I've read that it's going to pass easily.
You know,
But I don't
they
think-
thought it was going to pass last
But
time.
again, I don't think a lot of people read into it. They just
No.
see weed. Oh yeah, sure. You know what I mean? They don't know like what this guy's saying.
Right.
But my wife has her card, and it's constantly, I got to re-up this, and I got to do this. Then I have to go to the doctor, and he has to sign a thing. And, like, you're paying for all of those things.
Right.
So your card that you have, it's only this, whatever, winds up costing, like, $600 a year because you have to keep on redoing everything.
And if you have to buy it from only one source, then they get to dictate the price in the
Right.
market and what they're charging.
Which is what I was
with no
trying to explain to my
competition.
wife, and she said that she was like, basically, what do we care who's selling it as long as it becomes legal and it becomes accessible to more
Yeah.
people? And I said, it's not a matter of caring. It's knowing it's not what it says it is. You need to just you should be aware of what you're voting for.
Yeah.
The fact that you can't just grow it on your own seems like a big deal to me.
I don't to me, that doesn't seem like a big deal because I have nothing to do with it.
Because it's not
And that-
because
but
then it's
also-
not really legal.
I can't keep a dandelion alive. I
But
don't know.
that's the whole thing. And like that guy was saying, you can brew your own beer, you can have your own wine. Like, imagine if they said, you can't grow tomatoes. You got to
Yeah.
get tomatoes from Publix. You
Yeah.
can't put them in your- it's the literally exact
what they're
same
saying.
thing.
Yeah. What were you gonna say,
Like
Carmen?
that should be in there.
I was going to say that, but usually that is the next step for most states that have it legalized. It's never because, like in Michigan, it's legalized up there, but the growing part that came after it became legalized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to do it in steps because if you just open the floodgates, you're going to have a lot more problems. Where if you slow roll it, then you have the option to change those laws, which that will be demanded once they see how the market is basically owned by Morgan & Morgan. You know what I mean? Then other people will fight, other billionaires, millionaires will fight to have a piece of that, and then it will be open for other people to grow it.
Just seems like it'd be legal, but it's not gonna be legal.
Right.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I want to smoke it now.
All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
I will. I think I'm going to do that. If it passes, I'm going to go. I'm going to go buy my first weed and go smoke.
They have the pre-rolled joints and everything that
Yeah.
you can buy.
Very
Yeah.
easy.
I
I
can't.
think I want to
smoke.
get back into gummies.
Yeah, I was saying I might. That's more my speed because
Yeah.
I can't take any smoke into my lungs at all.
I don't know this, but is all that type of stuff legal? Will be legal too? Edibles and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I walked outside one time and my son was smoking, and I go, "Let me take a hit of that." And I took a big hit of it, and I felt
The
like
cool dad out of the porch.
no, I was doing it to be silly. I go, "Let me grab that." Let me grab that. I took it and I felt like I was going to die instantly. I felt like it was a car parked on my chest, and I thought I was dying. It was the worst thing ever. I couldn't get out of my lungs fast enough.
Yeah.
Because currently with your card, you can get
I knew that.
gummies and
Yeah.
joints and
I just didn't know
the
if that
capsules.
was still
and
under the
everything.
umbrella of.
I bought something in
recreational.
California. I went into California and I said, I need something for this and something for that and to help you sleep, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, boom, 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 here you go. And I took it right on the plane and brought it back here.
Yeah.
Nobody said a word.
And in most of those states that have it legalized, they also have psychedelics that are now legalized.
Oh.
But it's only in certain counties.
Carmen, me, you, and a dingy shirt. Let's do it. Do it. Carmen's going to learn how to make her own psychedelics in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of borax, two parts Ajax, a little bit of grape juice. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning. On Amendment 3, I think it's a good thing that it's going to pass. And I think it'll be challenged with the Sherman Antitrust Act, where it'll get opened up like
Right.
you just can't have a McDonald's. You got to have a Burger King and a
Yeah.
Waffle House and all that. Yeah, I just think they'll challenge it eventually.
As soon as
it'll
some people
pan
start
out.
complaining about the prices and the prices start going up, and like we were saying earlier, the same person's controlling the prices on all of it and driving it through the roof, that's when everybody's going to lose their mind. So I agree with you. Thank you. Mike Calta Show, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Mike. How you been?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I just wanted to. My question is, say this amendment passes, how if you're on the side of the road talking to the police officer and you have a bag of pot, how is he going to know if you bought it legally or you grew it in your backyard?
Well, it wouldn't matter because it's at that point it's legal. It's the growing that would get you in trouble. If
Well-
they came to your house and saw it there in your yard, then you'd get in trouble for it.
And like right now, when you buy it from a dispensary, it comes in a package with your name and prescription. It's just like any
Well,
other prescription. It's all medical.
That's because you needed a prescription now. But he's saying if it passes,
Right. Then but it would still be, you'd still need like your receipt or like you'd
No.
have, not a receipt, but you'd have to have the packaging that it came in to show where you bought it type of thing.
I don't think so. I think at that
You
point,
can't just have it in a sandwich bag.
Yeah, but you can. It would be legal at that point. It's not
No,
illegal.
no,
now.
but it's a prescription.
It's
I know
after
what
it
you're saying.
passes,
Okay,
yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know.
After Amendment 3 passes, it's not illegal anymore. You don't need to have the
It's
bottle.
it's not illegal, but you still can but certain people can only sell it,
Right.
and you can only buy it in certain places. So you would have to
Yeah,
be
but
able
there's
to
gonna
prove
be-
that you bought it there.
No, there's going to be no law that says that you have to have the original packaging for it. It's a matter of that you'd get in trouble if they came to your house and they saw you growing it there, or if they've done what they've done before and they've judged by your electric bill, or they've done aerial photography to see that you're growing fields of it somewhere. Those would be the people that would get in trouble. I think there's a bunch of people growing it now at their house and nobody ever knows about it or cares about it. It's just a matter of the people who want to grow it in mass quantities.
Well, all right. Well, we'll see what happens. See you, Mike.
Thank you. Also, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi, Mike. It's Charlotte. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm calling about. I'm good. So my thing is, I do have a miracle marijuana card, and it is very expensive. Every year you have to like $200, $300, and then every 6 months you have to pay another $180.
Yeah.
For it. So my question is, and the thing is, they don't ever talk about edibles. And they're always talking about the weed, the smoking, how it's going to smell. You can eat edibles. You can have gummies. It's not going to smell.
What do you?
So what is? I mean,
yeah, it's not the gummies or the edibles that are going to be a problem. It's the people that don't want the pot smoke, just like they don't want a cigar smoke. It's the people who don't like cigarette smoke.
Right, but I think more people are doing the edibles and the
yeah, it's just it's just one of the excuses to be against it. It's just one of the ways that they conjure up to try to make people. You could scare old people sometimes by just saying those sort of things. My grandmother. My grandmother was told by the doctor that they could that medicinal marijuana would have been helpful to her with her condition that she had, and my grandfather would not have it in the house. A doctor is telling her she should take it, and they would not have it. Old people just have a way of thinking.
Yeah, I mean, there's more than just the weed, if you will.
Yeah, what do you take?
I take the drops, the tensies, or
tincture.
Tincture.
So the drops, tinctures, yes. And it's and I don't do a lot. Like some people take a whole entire droplet. I'm literally like dropping like a little tiny bits at a time, just so I can get to the day and just be easy. And then you know what, Michael, I'm the girl that sent you about. I went to I voted with my older mother who was 96.
Right.
And I got called her help because I'm a brown girl.
Right. You're brown, she's white, and they said that you were the help. They thought that you were the help. They were wondering why you're calling her mom.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, what is this world coming to?
I mean, you got to think about it though. If you see a black mom and a white girl, or a white girl and a black mom, you're not really thinking a mother-daughter relationship out of the gate. Although it's certainly possible. But I get it. Thanks for the call, Pumpkin. I don't like. Have you tried the tincture at all?
I don't even know what that is.
That's
what
just the little drops, like the little
CBD oil.
Yeah, or they have it in the full marijuana oil, like like that. Like you'd put it under your tongue or something.
You can put it in drinks.
Yeah. So that's good for inflammation and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's what my wife started doing. And then I think they stopped the drops. Whatever. She just takes capsules now.
Capsules is probably what I need.
Yeah, I've taken capsules before.
Yeah.
But like just the 10 milligram, I think they are, or whatever. And that just is like a little, little something, nothing too big deal.
Yeah. Sometimes I would have liked to have sunk into that softball game last night.
Yeah.
Enjoy this, All right, I'm gonna get a full board of phone calls. I'm sick of talking.
Everybody
about
wants to talk about weed.
Mike Calta Show. Oops, sorry. Where is it? I want that clip. There you go. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Morning. Hello?
Yes, sir.
I was calling in because I have to tell you, I'm pretty positive you're wrong on the container of weed. If it has to be, if you get pulled over, it has to be in the container that you bought it from the store, or it's still a felony. Even after, that's what Grady Judd did a video and was telling everybody to vote no because they're tricking you into thinking that it's legal.
Okay, so that's what I don't know. You're talking about if it passes, or you're talking about now?
If it passes, you still will have to have it in a container that you bought it from the store. You cannot have it in just a baggie.
Well, I apologize.
You have to prove that you bought it at a store.
And also,
I voted no on it because it's going to just trick people.
Also, if a cop pulls you over and they see that, then they can also check for signs of impairment, which would then lead to a DUI.
I would never recommend keeping it out, legal or not, in the middle of your console. The same way you wouldn't do that with alcohol or anything like that.
But think about the people who have like the vapes, and you just put the vape in your cup holder or whatever it is, and you may not smoke, but you're gonna go. Where do you put it?
Me?
But I'm saying, Joe, where do you put your vape?
In his pocket.
When you're in your car, but a lot
in my pocket.
in your pocket.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are not big enough to. A lot of like the weed ones are bigger. They don't fit in your pocket.
You got a center console. You got the visor above you.
Right.
I mean, those are things you should think about. I don't listen. I followed. I'm glad I did, but I followed my conversation up by saying, "What do I know? I don't know. I don't know the rules. I really don't." And I'm sure we'll all find out the hard way after it's passed and whether or not. But I mean, that is something they should be telling you now before the election, before whether or not you're going to vote on it.
What that means for law enforcement, how do they enforce it? What you get pulled over.
That's a big problem they even have now.
Is there an uptick in DUIs? What's the signs of impairment?
But there is no sign for DUI. You can't blow into
that's the thing
a device and tell if you're
So then what do they go by?
Your police judgment or a blood test. Sure. Yeah. And then the blood test, how do they tell when you took the marijuana?
Weed stays in your system.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very tricky. A lot of things you need to know about. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, Mike, I'm calling back again. Yeah, Kermit and the last gentleman was correct. In Colorado, when I visited there, I was told as soon as I purchased it that it had to be kept in that package. And if I was to get pulled over, I had to show proof of the package,
Okay.
That it was purchased at a store.
Good to know. Thank you.
Oh, and he's saying that's in Colorado where it's
Colorado
legal.
where it's legal, yeah.
Yep. Okay, gotcha.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Yeah, I just as everybody's talking about and stuff, having your marijuana vape in your cup holder in your car because you're smoking at home when you're not driving, you're just keeping it with you to be secure. That's like having an open beer in the truck with me and saying, "Oh yeah, I was drinking that at home." I mean, there's no reason for it to be there if it's if you just went and bought it and get it home.
If you're going to
a friend's house, or if you're just going somewhere, you're going to watch a game somewhere, and you want to get a little buzz going. I mean, people do that.
Yeah, well, once they get there, throw it in a bag. And I mean, as far as having it in a different container, when you buy a 12-pack of beer, do you take it out of the box and put it in a different package? I mean, it's not like it's that much of a trouble to keep it. But the one thing I wanted to bring up is that a couple of years ago when we voted on the legalized gambling thing, we went through all the same stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh, the Indians are going to control it all, and you won't be able to do this, you won't be able to do that." It has not. I mean, I'm doing a lot more gambling than I was 2 years ago.
brother.
But listen, it would be.
I don't think it's going to be a problem at all.
Would it not be nice if you had options to bet with other people, other boosts?
I can tell you 100%.
Oh, absolutely. But do you know how many seeds? I'm sorry, my apologies.
Go ahead.
No, do you know how many times my wife has bought a basil plant and said we're going to have our own herbs, and 3 days later it's dead? Do you really think you're going to be harvesting marijuana in your backyard?
No, that's certainly what I said. There's no way I'm going to be able to grow marijuana. Thank you.
I wish the sports gambling had not been passed. I wish it was illegal right now because I would have a lot more money, and be more happy on the weekends.
But to that guy's point, and to your point rather, Mike, is I can tell you that a Hard Rock bet is way better than MGM bet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And FanDuel. People hit me up all the time and they're like, "Hey, dude, I can't find that bet on FanDuel." I go, "Yeah, because it's not on there."
Right. They
don't
give you
have
a lot more.
They don't have this. They don't have kicker over 1.5 field goals. They don't have this person over 50.
Good luck betting on table tennis on FanDuel.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Hard Rock has done it right, man. There's been nothing about it that I looked at and said, well, this stinks. The only thing I think about, and I don't mean the online gambling, the only thing I wish that was that there were more options for casinos, not even different companies. I don't even care. I would like to see the Hard Rock be able to put more properties around elsewhere. I mean, Clearwater Beach, I think they'll probably reject it because they're so old school. But like Clearwater Beach would benefit greatly from something like that in their area that was filled with restaurants and entertainment and place to go. Even if you I don't know. I just think that would be really fantastic. I mean, I'm sure Sarasota would love something like that. Those are the things I mean. A St. Petersburg location of some sort of gambling over there, something downtown, and not taking over a whole neighborhood, but something like when you go to New Orleans, and you leave in downtown in that whole area is at Harrah's Casino that's right down there, and then you can go further and you can go out on the water where they have the boats over there. I mean, there's a lot of it's just a fun time. It adds to the city. That's what I wish. I don't care about the online stuff. I'm good enough betting on Hard Rock Bet, and following Galvin's bets and making some money. So there you go. Although I seem to be the jinx on that one. So I've been staying out. I'm just letting you guys know. Feel free to bet with Galvin. I'm way worse. I'll tell you that. All right, I got to take a break because we're up against the clock. It's the Mike Calta Show. We'll be back. It's 102.5 The Bone. Our phone numbers are 800-771-1025 if you'd like to get through on the show. And give us a call. Do we have anybody in the comedian space coming in this weekend? I feel like somebody cool is here.
This weekend?
Next weekend is Ian Fidance, who I love, that we should definitely book on the show.
Yes. Also, Brad Williams is next weekend.
Oh.
Yes.
Brad Williams, I assume, at the Improv or the Funny Bone, whatever that thing is called.
Tampa Theater, I believe.
Oh, a theater.
Moving on up.
Little Man, Big Showroom.
Yes.
All right. Brad Williams, and then also Ian Fidance is very funny because he's sometimes gay. He will make out with Eddie Vedder sometimes, but he also likes girls. Like, this is how lucky he is to be bisexual, if you'll even call it that. Is that last time he was on the show, he was like, no, I chase girls, but if I can't get a girl, I'll settle for a guy. Like, if I go online and I can't meet a girl, I'll get on Tinder and get a guy.
This is Ian, not Brad.
I mean, I don't know what Brad's into, but no, I'm talking about Ian, but I don't know what Brad's into. Ian does a very good podcast with a woman named Jordan
Jensen.
Thank you.
She's funny.
She's very funny.
Weird.
And the two of them together are fantastic.
Yeah, because he's weird and she's weird.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. All right, if you want to get through again, 800-771-1025. Anybody doing anything for Halloween?
Yes.
What? What are you doing, Spooky Boy?
I am going to be at the Halloweezer 3 at the Dunedin Brewery.
What is that? Halloweezer.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bands that are doing Weezer songs.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to go in and do some songs with the WTF band, which is Weezer Tribute Family.
Oh, nice. I like that.
So,
What song?
What do you know?
No, we're not doing that. I think somebody else is doing that. But I think I'm doing El Scorcho.
Oh, great song.
Yeah.
Very underrated song.
Weezer
Very
song,
much
yeah.
so. Very much so.
Wow. Okay, good for that.
Yeah.
That's where is that? Dunedin?
It's at the Dunedin Brewery.
Tomorrow
Night.
All right.
And I'll probably get home late. So I might be a little sluggish on Friday.
So he's going to be late on Friday?
No, you know I'm not going to be late, Carmen.
Yeah,
you know that.
Joe. Oh man, already?
What?
Yes,
Post Spanish, Joe has not been late.
That's
at
right.
all.
No.
In fact, I would say early.
Yeah.
Joe has been here sometimes before
Yes.
me.
Yes.
I'll walk in and I go, I don't like it.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Well, because he schedules his Uber the night before.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because
Listen, he's on top.
Yeah.
On top of
Wait a minute. Are we sure Joe is leaving every day?
No. That's not true.